If you never take the time, you never know what you will find. I'm a crow, I'm the most with the least to gain. A faded Mona Lisa in a power frame. You don't know me. I'm a ring on a tree in a life that fell. What I did, I done good, and what I done, I did well.
Stations, if you encounter any technical issues related to this Georgia Show broadcast, please call our trouble hotline at 336-831-0861. Mark, 2 minutes until airtime for this basketball game broadcast. Your next time cue will come with 1 minute until airtime for this basketball game broadcast. Stations, we are coming up on 1 minute until airtime. 1 minute in 5, 4, 3, 2, Mark. 1 minute, stations. 1 minute until airtime for this basketball game broadcast. Studio producers, when you hear touchdown, please start your archive recording. Coming up on 30 seconds until airtime. Mark, 30 seconds. Your next and final time cue will be with 15 seconds until airtime. Touchdown! Studios, start your archive recording. Coming up on 15 seconds until airtime. Mark, 15 seconds, stations. Have fun.
The following is a presentation of the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Commit to the G.
Deep straightaway three. Oh, Nance hesitates. Now drives. Wide open land. Good. 1.9 to go. Wheeler's done it again. 1.9. Walton to Wheeler to the basket. Layup. Good. He got it to spin off the front of the rim. To Brown. For driving lane. Good. Around the rim. Count it and a foul. Wheeler with 6 on the clock. Oh, to Edwards. Two-handed. High flying above the rim. Jamaroon. Wow.
On the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network, this is Georgia Basketball. Brought to you by Grindhouse Killer Burgers. Live fast, eat well with Grindhouse Killer Burgers. And Piedmont Healthcare, the official healthcare provider for the Georgia Bulldogs. This is the Grindhouse Killer Burgers Bulldog Courtside Show. Now, to Courtside, along with Chuck Dowdle, here's the voice of the Bulldogs, Scott Howard.
Hi again, everyone, and welcome to another night of Georgia Bulldogs basketball. Well, the Bulldogs finally tipped off their season on Sunday, and it was worth the wait as Georgia tasted victory on the court for the first time in more than 8 months, posting a 10-point win over Florida A&M. Impressive performances by Bulldogs juniors Ty Fagan, sophomore Savir Wheeler, and graduate transfer Andrew Garcia, who had 22 points off the bench for Georgia. Tonight, a game thrown together in a hurry in this rough-and-tumble virus era. Georgia will host UNG, the University of North Georgia Nighthawks from Dahlonega, a Division II school from the Peach Belt Conference. This game was put together after the Bulldogs saw last Wednesday's scheduled contest with Columbus State dissolve due to virus concerns within the Columbus State program. And while tonight will count as a regular season contest for the Bulldogs, This will be an exhibition game for North Georgia. All of the Nighthawks' regular season games will be conference only, and those begin for them in January. So that's the matchup for you tonight, and we're here inside Stegman Coliseum in Athens to bring it to you. The Bulldogs Courtside Show is brought to you by Grindhouse Killer Burgers. Live fast, eat well with Grindhouse Killer Burgers. Chuck Dowdle joins me next here on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
From a tiny blueberry to a towering Georgia pine, Georgia's agriculture products are as special and diverse as its people. Georgia Farm Bureau members stand for the values that bring Georgia together. We stand for strong communities and Georgia-grown products. We stand for family, faith, and keeping promises. We stand for you and your community. We stand together. Join today at gfb.org.
We are a Farm Bureau.
It was the holiday season and families felt glee, for they shopped at Kroger, where pickup was free. Sweet spiral ham, a salad so merry, green beans and Brussels, and cakes topped with cherries. May the magic of fresh food never be done. Happy holidays from Kroger. Fresh for everyone. Free pickup on orders of $35 or more. Restrictions may apply.
Wednesday through Saturday, save 50% on beauty and personal care gift sets and holiday candy. Go online and download your 4 days only digital coupon. Only at Kroger.
This is Georgia Basketball, sponsored by Progressive. Drivers who save with Progressive save over $750 on average.
Libman makes a difference. The Libman Mop Crew is part of our winning team. The Libman Mop Crew makes sure the hardwood is clean and safe for players every game at Stegman Coliseum. No matter what kind of flooring you have at your home court, Libman has the tools to keep it clean. Our mops, brooms, and brushes are proudly family-made in the USA. Visit Libman.com to see our whole lineup and for a store locator. That's Libman.com.
At Community Coffee, we've been making great tasting coffee for over 100 years. But what makes us different isn't just how long we've been around, it's how far we're willing to go in pursuit of the perfect cup. We select only the finest beans and use over 4 generations of family roasting experience to give you the richest, most delicious coffee around. Find Community Coffee at your local grocery store or visit communitycoffee.com to order some today.
Welcome back to Stegman Coliseum in Athens. Game number 2 of the season for the Georgia Bulldog basketball team, hosting the University of North Georgia tonight. I'm Scott Howard, along with my broadcast partner Chuck Dowdle. Adam Gillespie is our producer-engineer on site. Zach Jewell is in our Piedmont Healthcare Network studios. Adam, we need to get you a sponsor, by the way. And Chuck, you need a sponsor too, so maybe the sales folks can start working on that.
I can come up with a lot of sponsors for Adam.
All right, Chuck. This was a late edition, very late edition for this ball game tonight. What are we expecting out of this Georgia team against the University of North Georgia team?
Well, first off, you're expecting Georgia to win. This is a team that you should beat, and I fully expect them to. But I got a lot of things I want to see out of this Georgia team, including I want them to validate my feelings leaving here Sunday against Florida A&M, which is, I think we're pretty good. I think we're better than we were last year in a lot of areas. One being shooting. Now, we didn't shoot the 3 like Tom Crean and a lot of other people want to see us shoot it, but we shot 48% from the floor. 48%, that's pretty darn good shooting. So I feel that the team, that they've got a lot of pieces that they can work in. It's going to be interesting to see how Coach Crean and his staff decide to use that bench as we move forward in this non-conference schedule, shuffling as it may be. But right now, this is going to be a fun team to watch. They are listen, if nothing else, they are entertaining because they are up and down the floor and on the boards and making passes, and it's going to be fun to watch.
This will be the second meeting between these two universities. Georgia played a previous exhibition game about 10 years ago with North Georgia. And tonight, from their vantage point, as we said in the open, this will be an exhibition game for them. They played Mercer last week in an exhibition game. For Georgia, it counts, so the Dogs are going for the win tonight. And so is Zach Jewell. He's standing by in our Piedmont Healthcare Network studios, and he will be the next voice you hear after these commercial breaks on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Northside Hospital reminds you to stay safe and stay healthy during the pandemic. It's easy to do a few simple things every day. Wash your hands frequently and disinfect hard surfaces in your home. Don't touch your eyes, nose, and mouth with unwashed hands. Always wear a mask in public and wash your hands before and after removing your mask. And if you're in a crowded place, stay at least 6 feet apart from others. For more information and CDC safety guidelines, go to northside.com/COVID-19.
Make your first play of the season a smart one. Get a fast and easy sports physical right around the corner from Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens. With 27 locations offering extended hours and most open 7 days a week, you can book online to get in, get out, and get on your way to a championship year. Visit piedmont.org/UGA to schedule a sports physical today. Patient care services provided by Piedmont Healthcare. Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens. One stop to better.
This is Georgia Basketball, sponsored by Progressive's Home Insurance. Get your quote at progressive.com today.
Now more than ever, it's important to support our local businesses, whether it's your favorite pizza place or your neighborhood barber. That's why I'm a proud member of Georgia's Own Credit Union. Georgia's Own has been serving our local community for more than 85 years. Whether they are saving you money on a checking account or credit card, or supporting the people, places, and teams that we've grown to love, Georgia's Own can't be beat. To learn more, visit their website at georgiasown.org. I'm Chuck Dowdle, and I'm one of Georgia's Own.
If you thought you saw the last of the double cheeseburger pizza from Papa John's, think again, because it's back again. And now they're debuting the sequel as a Papadilla, a quarter-pounder beef, zesty burger sauce, and pickles on crispy flatbread crust. Again, one more time. Get a large double cheeseburger pizza for just $12, or a new double cheeseburger Papadilla for $6. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. Again. Not valid with discounts, fees, and taxes. Extra prices may vary.
Welcome back to the Grindhouse Killer Burgers Bulldog Courtside Show. Now scores and highlights from around college basketball. Let's go inside the Piedmont Healthcare Network studios. Here's Zach Jewell.
Our pregame coverage rolls on from the Piedmont Healthcare Studios as we give you a check of the out-of-town scoreboard. One game final from earlier in the SEC. That game up in Bubbleville at Mohegan Sun in Connecticut. The Gators were in a dogfight with Army for most of the game, even trailing at the half, but they pulled away late to beat Army 76-69. Two more SEC games will tip off the top of the hour with us. Texas A&M hosts Tarleton in College Station, and Alabama takes on Providence in the Camping World Maui Invitational. More from Maui in just a minute. We have two more games later on tonight. Missouri taking on 21st-ranked Oregon, and Arkansas looks to improve to 3-0 tonight as they take on UT Arlington. Around top 25, I promised you a Maui update, and on day 3, they crowned a champion as Texas beat North Carolina 69-67. Two more big games to tell you about, a pair of undefeated teams in the Jimmy V Classic. Number 1 Gonzaga takes on 11th-ranked West Virginia at the top of the hour, and later on at 10 p.m., 5th-ranked Illinois and 2nd-ranked Baylor do battle, also in the Jimmy V Classic from Indianapolis. It's 15 minutes to tip-off, presented by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. We continue to get you set for tip-off. Scott sits down with Coach Crean. That's next on the Georgia Bulldog Sports Network.
'Twas the holiday season and families felt glee, for they shopped at Kroger, where pickup was free. Sweet spiral ham, a salad so merry, green beans and Brussels, and cakes topped with cherries. May the magic of fresh food never be done. Happy holidays from Kroger. Fresh for everyone. Free pickup on orders of $35 or more. Restrictions may apply.
Through December 8th, you can earn 4 times the fuel points on gift cards for holiday shopping. Just download your digital coupon. Restrictions apply. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance was created in 1959 to provide financial protection for farmers and rural communities. Over the years, it has grown to protect all Georgians through affordable home, auto, and life insurance, helping Georgia build a strong agriculture industry and keeping the promises we made to our members. Our agents and members stand together for the values that make Georgia special: faith, family, and community. We stand together. We stand for you.
We are a Farm Bureau.
Follow the Dogs on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Georgia Basketball. More Bulldogs hoops in a moment after this from your local station.
This holiday season, hurry into the Road Home sales event and conquer any terrain on your trip back with the remarkably versatile BMW X3, the spacious BMW X5, or the iconic 3 Series. This year, don't just take the road home, truly experience it in the ultimate driving machine. Hurry into the BMW Road Home sales event for exceptional offers today.
Take advantage of our holiday credit today. Visit bmwatl.com for details. Go Dogs! At Subway restaurants, deals are delicious. And right now, you can choose from 2 great deals on delicious meals. Get a 6-inch cold cut combo, spicy Italian or Black Forest ham, plus chips and a 20-ounce drink for just $6. Or choose a 6-inch chicken and bacon ranch melt, sweet onion chicken teriyaki, or steak and cheese, plus chips and a 20-ounce drink for just $7. Either way, you get a great deal on a delicious meal. Only at Subway restaurants. Limited time only at participating restaurants. Additional charge for extras, plus applicable tax. No additional discounts or coupons may be applied.
We're getting closer to tip-off. Time now for a visit with the Dogs head coach, Tom Crean. With Coach Crean, here's Scott Howard.
Back here on the Grindhouse Killer Burgers courtside show with Georgia's head coach, Tom Crean. Bulldogs taking on North Georgia College is what they used to be. That's how I grew up knowing them, but now it's UNG, University of North Georgia. And Coach, this is a kind of a makeup game for last Wednesday. What was that process like trying to find another opponent to fill the slot?
Well, it's always a challenge. I give John Bateman and Brian Fish on our staff a lot of credit for being diligent, working at it. We knew we wanted to play a game, and we wanted to be able to make up from what we did with Columbus State. I think the most important thing is that we play, that we get these games and get this experience for this team. I mean, when you think about it, this would be the second exhibition or scrimmage of your season right now. So I think the most that when we can get a chance to play against other people, see where we're at, see where we got to get better, get the experience of going against somebody else, it's very, very important. So let's get on the phone and make sure that the testing procedures are good and stay in contact with them through our medical staff and their medical staffs at these universities. And here we are.
Were you happy, pleased? How would you describe it with what you saw in the first game?
Well, I thought we did some good things. There's no doubt about that. It'll take a few games to be able to maybe really try to settle in and look at where we're at on things. There were some good moments. We took some quick threes first side. We got to really learn what we're trying to do inside of this offense. The thing we don't want to do is take quick first side threes on the break as much. We want to get the ball through the paint, attack, then get threes, right? We've got to become a good three-point shooting team, but it's not necessarily off the first pass on the break. So getting out and attacking was good at times. I thought Andrew Garcia came in and did a really good job. Certainly, Severe Wheeler, the way he moved the ball and attacked, and then Ty Fagan just did exactly what was there. He took what was there, 9 of 10 shooting. He cut. He moved without the basketball. He was fluid. He rebounded the ball. You know, those were good things. But we played a lot of people, and it was the first time these guys have played against somebody else. It was the first time they played against anybody else since our last time, March 10th, or whenever their seasons ended. And there's a lot to learn from it, but there's a lot to get better at, and you just move right on.
It was a lot of fun watching Wheeler and Fagan in the game that they were playing. They really seemed to be on the same page. Is that what you see from them on a regular basis in practice?
I think so. I think so. It's going to take time for these guys to mesh. I mean, with 8 new guys, and Ty Fagan understands what we're trying to do. And he moves without the basketball, and he gets behind the defense. And I think when we start thinking we've got to settle for shots, or I've got to shoot now because I'm open, instead of cutting, moving, making the next pass, that's when we're not as good. And we've got to learn a lot about that. And that has not that's where we've got to improve. So I think when you move like Ty does, and you get behind the defense, and you're getting confident offensively the way he is, and then you're playing defense and rebounding the ball and getting out on the break, we've got to be a fast, quick, active transition team. We're just not big enough to come down and beat people half court and half court. We've got to come. Now, we're going to have to be good in the half court, but we've got to be able to get out and play in space, play with freedom, play with movement, but also keep moving the ball, make people chase the ball. And then defensively, we've got to stay really connected. So Severe and Ty need to not only be connected defensively, they need to help connect us defensively, and that's where their leadership comes in.
Coach, thanks for your time. Hope you get another step in the right direction tonight.
Thank you, Scott.
All right, that's Coach Tom Crean, Georgia, and UNG coming up tonight. We'll give you the lineups next on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
From a tiny blueberry to a towering Georgia pine, Georgia's agriculture products are as special and diverse as its people. Georgia Farm Bureau members stand for the values that bring Georgia together. We stand for strong communities and Georgia-grown products. We stand for family, faith, and keeping promises. We stand for you and your community. We stand together. Join today at gfb.org.
We are a Farm Bureau. The SEC taught us that there's nothing like game day in Athens. And if you're all about the black and red, there's nothing like having the Georgia Bulldogs Visa check card from Regions in your wallet. As the official bank of the SEC, Regions is here to help you pull for your team with everything you've got. To order your card, visit regions.com/GoDogs. Regions, member FDIC. Terms, conditions, and fees may apply.
This is Georgia Basketball, sponsored by Progressive. Drivers who save with Progressive save over $750 on average.
You know that Georgia Power offers reliable, affordable energy. But did you also know they have incredible deals on leading smart home and energy efficient products? This Cyber Monday, shop GeorgiaPowerMarketplace.com for their biggest sale of the year on energy efficient and smart home products, including select LEDs for 50 cents per bulb and smart thermostats starting at $49.50 for qualifying Georgia Power customers. Georgia Power, the official energy partner of UGA Athletics.
Libman makes a difference. The Libman Mop Crew is part of our winning team. The Libman Mop Crew makes sure the hardwood is clean and safe for players every game at Stegman Coliseum. No matter what kind of flooring you have at your home court, Libman has the tools to keep it clean. Our mops, brooms, and brushes are proudly family-made in the USA. Visit Libman.com to see our whole lineup and for a store locator. That's Libman.com.
It's time for the dogs to eat.
Beats Fagan. Windmill. Lay in. Good. Ty Fagan. Dribble drive. Scoop shot. Good. Right down the lane. He got him on the crossover. Rebound. Kamara leans in and scores with the catch. Wheeler down the lane. Drops it up with a bounce to Kamara. He flushes with two hands. Finds a spot on the floor. In range. A 25-footer. Still by Brown. It could be a little shoot time with a two-handed dunk.
On the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Welcome to live play-by-play coverage of Dogs basketball. Georgia basketball is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Piedmont Healthcare, the official healthcare provider for the Georgia Bulldogs. And by State Farm. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Now, alongside Chuck Dowdle, let's go courtside and join the voice of the Bulldogs, Scott Howard.
Welcome back. Our courtside show brought to you by Grindhouse Killer Burgers. Live fast, eat well with Grindhouse Killer Burgers. Let's run through the starting lineups for tonight. First for the Georgia Bulldogs. A little bit of a different look than what we saw on Sunday. Severe Wheeler in the starting lineup again tonight. 5'10 sophomore from Houston, Texas. Christian Brown gets the start. 6'6 sophomore from Hopkins, South Carolina. Then it's Toumani Kamara, 6'8 sophomore from Brussels, Belgium. Ty Fagan, 6'3 junior from Logtown, Georgia. P.J. Horn rounds out the Bulldogs starting five. 6'6 graduate transfer. He is from Tifton, Georgia, a graduate transfer from Virginia Tech. Also of note on the Bulldog roster tonight, Justin Kier will not be available. He will be sitting out a one-game suspension, according to head coach Tom Crean. And we'll give you the North Georgia lineup in just a moment. We'll step aside, come back for the tip right after this on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Long-lasting protection against COVID-19 is crucial to a safe living and work environment. That's why Georgia Athletics has chosen Cleanwell Services as their official disinfection partner. The trained technicians at Cleanwell use a CDC and EPA-approved nanotechnology-based cleaner that sticks to surfaces for an industry-leading protection lasting beyond 30 days. The Bulldogs trust Cleanwell, and if your business wants to keep your employees and customers safe, you also need to trust Cleanwell. Visit www.cleanwell.services to get started today.
Get ready for tip-off at the UGA Bookstore, featuring the best Bulldogs gifts and apparel. Shop all the great brands at the UGA Bookstore like Nike, Tommy Bahama, Vineyard Vines, and Southern Tide. The UGA Bookstore is the exclusive home of the UGA 10 collection by Peter Millar. The UGA Bookstore in the heart of campus next to the Tate Student Center. Shop online 24/7 at UGABookstore.com. The UGA Bookstore, it's where dogs shop.
This is Georgia Basketball, sponsored by Progressive's Home Insurance. Get your quote at Progressive.com today.
At Community Coffee, we've been making great tasting coffee for over 100 years. But what makes us different isn't just how long we've been around, it's how far we're willing to go in pursuit of the perfect cup. We select only the finest beans and use over 4 generations of family roasting experience to give you the richest, most delicious coffee around. Find Community Coffee at your local grocery store or visit communitycoffee.com to order some today.
Now more than ever, it's important to support our local businesses, whether it's your favorite pizza place or your neighborhood barber. That's why I'm a proud member of Georgia's Own Credit Union. Georgia's Own has been serving our local community for more than 85 years. Whether they are saving you money on a checking account or credit card, or supporting the people, places, and teams that we've grown to love, Georgia's Own can't be beat. To learn more, visit their website at georgiasown.org. I'm Chuck Dowdle, and I'm one of Georgia's Own.
Dog fans, the official Georgia basketball game program has gone fully digital and is now free to access. The paperback game program no longer offered, so log on to georgiadogs.com/digital to get everything you need to know heading into tonight's contest with North Georgia. That's the Georgia Bulldogs digital guide at georgiadogs.com/digital. Let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification. This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. The Bulldogs and the Nighthawks ready to take the floor here in just a couple of minutes. Let's get our keys to the game presented by Ford and the F-150. More than a truck, it's your starting point guard. Learn more at buyfordnow.com. Then see your local Ford dealer and score a great offer on the official truck of the Georgia Bulldogs. Here's Chuck Dowdle with our Ford keys to the game.
All right, let's get after them, Scott. First off, number one, we got to continue to play hard like we did Sunday. It may have been the most impressive part of our game was the effort. And believe me, there were other very solid parts of the way we played, but the effort may have been what stood out the most, and we got to continue that. Number two, not so impressive Sunday, our three-point shooting. 22% we hit from behind the arc. We need 33 to 35%, and the reason, very simple. About a third of our shots are coming from three-point land. If you're going to hit 22% with a third of your shots, you're going to be in a lot of trouble a lot of nights. We don't need that. Let's shoot better from behind the arc tonight. And finally, we got to tighten the defense. Fans hate it, players hate it, but coaches love it. And like I always say, if you don't score, you may not win. If your opponent doesn't score, you will not lose.
Words to live by.
And it's spoken by me, too.
That's right. I'm writing that down right now. That's why I was pausing. Hey, tip-off is coming up at Northside Hospital in Atlanta. Our surgeons have decades of experience with routine and complex surgeries. Today, Northside Hospital leads the Southeast in innovative procedures, performing nearly 40,000 robotic surgeries since 2005. Their confidence and compassion await you in Atlanta. Learn more at Northside BulldogsBasket.com. Northside is our tip-off sponsor, and we'll be doing that here in just a matter of seconds. UNG comes in with no official record. They lost an exhibition game at Mercer last Wednesday, 79-48. Tonight's game is also an exhibition game for them, so they won't have a record tonight, win or lose.
No official record leaving here.
Their starting five, well, we'll give it to you as we get underway here. Here's the toss and the tip as Kamara jumps it off for the Bulldogs, and Georgia will control the opening tap and have the first possession. The Dogs in white tonight as the home team. North Georgia, the Nighthawks, they're in blue, royal blue, tops and bottoms. As we get underway here, Georgia with the first possession, far down to the right end of the floor.
And North Georgia out in the zone to start things.
Horn going to try a three to get things started. Missed it off the left side. Rebound, Christian Brown underneath. He slides under the basket, tries to put it up from the left side and gets fouled. So he'll go to the free throw line as the foul is on number 22, Eric Jones, a 6'6", 210-pound sophomore. He's a transfer from Emmanuel College. He's from Kansas City, Missouri. And this will put Brown on the line, Christian Brown, for his first free throws of the evening. Had 8 points and 5 rebounds in the win over Florida A&M on Sunday, and he knocks down the first free throw to put Georgia on the board first. Second free throw by the right-hander, missed it off to the left side. He goes 1 for 2, and it's 1-0 Dogs. Nighthawks first offensive possession. Top of the key three, good. Darnell Snyers, redshirt sophomore guard from Belgium, hits a three to put the Nighthawks up 3-1. Dogs with the ball. Fagan between the circles, looks to his left, goes to Brown, who hands it off to Wheeler on the left wing. Got a partial screen from Horn. Send it to Fagan, step back three, won't go, off the front side of the rim. The rebound is tapped out by either Horn or Brown for Georgia. It'll be North Georgia's basketball.
And to my point, Scott, I mean, we've played just over a minute, and we've already taken 2 threes.
Yeah, Tom Crean told us in his pregame he thought that we were rushing the threes a little bit in that first game, especially in that first half, when our shooting was 38%. Ball thrown away by North Georgia, trying to go under the basket, and they were looking for Zach Brown, a 6'6" redshirt junior forward, under the bucket, and that pass had way too much on it. It goes zipping out of the bounds over the baseline. Dogs take it on the turnover. Horn with a handoff, top of the key to Christian Brown, who dribbles with a right hand on the right wing. Now going to attack, and call going to go against the Dogs. We got Horn for a foul. That was on the other side of the floor, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was down on the baseline. I'm not sure what he did, unless he
was trying to block for Brown going to the basket, perhaps, because he didn't seem to be involved in the play, but Horn whistled for a foul for Georgia. So the Nighthawks with the possession and a 3-1 lead. And there's Snyers again. A fadeaway two won't go. Rebound left bouncing on the floor. Fagan hustles to get it first. Dogs with the basketball. Horn wide open three. No good. Too deep. PJ hasn't found his three-point shooting range at Georgia here in the first game and 3 minutes. And the ball batted out of bounds, lost under the basket again by North Georgia as the Dogs defense collapsed under the basket, and the ball goes over the end line, and the Nighthawks turn it over again.
Yeah, Severe Wheeler got his hand in there, deflected it right off a blue shirt, out of bounds, Dogs ball.
Severe does a little bit of everything, doesn't he?
He does. I mean, just.
And he drives right here and draws contact on the baseline because he was tight roping it on his way to the hoop. You get the foul on Schubert, Cody Schubert, for North Georgia.
He is certainly one of the most entertaining players to wear a Georgia uniform in a while. I mean, just fun to watch. First off, he doesn't look like an athlete. I mean, he just doesn't, but he is cat quick.
Entry pass is thrown away by Christian Brown as it's picked off by Snyers for the Nighthawks. They've got the ball. They're in blue. Dogs are in white, and they lead 3-1. North Georgia, here comes a three from the right wing. Around the rim and out, no good. Rebound Brown for the Dogs. Christian's pass outlet up to Wheeler at half court. Spin move, left side of the iron. Tries to scoop it up and in. It's short off the side of the rim. Rebound goes to North Georgia. Darnell Snyers will handle the dribble, guarded by Wheeler. Snyers at 6 feet even. And Wheeler listed at 5'10". And they're right with one another. Snyers got away from his defender that time. A little floater in the lane, no good. Rebound back to the foul line. Offensive board, North Georgia. Then an air ball from the left wing. Dogs rebound that miss, and they hustle down the floor to Monty Kamara. Euro step through the lane, tried to hook it up with the left hand, threw it over the rim. No good. Rebound to North Georgia. Dogs cold shooting here, 0 for 5 from the floor to start the ball game. North Georgia basketball in the corner. They work it around top of the key, right side of the floor. Snyers with a shot fake and a pass down low to Zach Brown. He loses the ball. Brown with it for Georgia, running left to right up the floor. There's contact on the block. He backs away and shoots. And we'll check the whistle. Should be a foul on the Nighthawks. No. It's a charge on Christian Brown.
Well, I didn't
see it that way.
That was debatable. I think what the official saw was I think Christian may have dipped that left shoulder just a little bit into his chest, into the defender's chest, and that may have been what prompted the whistle.
Wow. Dogs will substitute now. Tyron McMillan, 6'9", sophomore, transfer, junior college transfer into the ball game, along with Andrew Garcia, the grad transfer from Stony Brook, who had 22 points in the win over Florida A&M on Sunday, was Georgia's leading scorer. Well, we need some points right now. We're almost 5 minutes in, and we've got one, and we've missed all of our shots from the field. North Georgia misses a 3 from the left wing. Rebound Fagan. They lead it 3-1. Wheeler attacks right down the lane. Contact under the basket. Is this a foul on North Georgia this time? Yeah, okay. This time they got the guys in blue. Never anticipate the call. That was the lesson that I learned a few moments ago. All right, timeout. Georgia will be shooting free throws when we come back. It'll be Severe Wheeler at the line. Dogs trail North Georgia at the first media break, 3-1. Back after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Core Power's the official protein drink of Georgia football. Fueled by 26 grams of high-quality protein, your workout will never go to waste. Work hard, recover harder with Core Power, the official protein drink of Georgia football.
You know that Georgia Power offers reliable, affordable energy. But did you also know they have incredible deals on leading smart home and energy efficient products? This Cyber Monday, shop GeorgiaPowerMarketplace.com for their biggest sale of the year on energy efficient and smart home products, including select LEDs for 50 cents per bulb and smart thermostats starting at $49.50 for qualifying Georgia Power customers. Georgia Power, the official energy partner of UGA Athletics.
Core Power's the official protein drink of Georgia football. Fueled by 26 grams of high-quality protein, your workout will never go to waste. Work hard, recover harder with Core Power, the official protein drink of Georgia football.
Everybody remembers the amazing light show last year when we ran the Fighting Irish out of Sanford Stadium that made Georgia the envy of college football. I'm Kenny Mullins, business manager for the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 613. Every light in Sanford Stadium was installed by an IBEW electrician. We also light up the practice facility and many other buildings on campus. Learn more about the IBEW at IBEW613.org. Go Dogs!
Right now, you can come in and get exceptional offers on the full line of BMWs. Visit one of your Atlanta area BMW centers today for test drive. BMW is a proud sponsor of Georgia Athletics. Visit BMWATL.com for great offers. Now we need a mask sponsor because mine just tore. We have to wear a mask in the Coliseum while we do this game. And I need a new strap on mine. I guess I should have been fidgeting with it, should I?
No, you need one of those leather straps on the
Well, that's a whole different ball game that I don't even want to get into. You're talking about leather straps and stuff. 3-1 is our score. You brought it up. Now it's 3-2 as Wheeler hits the second free throw of the game for the Dogs. And now Sevier will try to tie it up. His second free throw by the left-hander from Houston is up and in. Good. So it's 3-3, and all three of Georgia's points coming from the foul line. Now some backcourt pressure by the Bulldogs as North Georgia works right to left as we watch it. Down the lane they come. They left the layup short. That was Mikhail Bethea, who got a good look at the rim. He just didn't get enough muscle on it. He was right there at it, Chuck. He just didn't get enough spin off the glass.
We've had a few of those ourselves, but that's exactly what happened. I mean, it'd been almost easier to make it than miss it.
Dogs ball. Wheeler attacks. He leaves it short off the backboard. Rebound down to the guys in blue, North Georgia. They bring it up the floor in the front court, far corner. There's Bethea again. He curls around, goes top of the key to Snyers, their other guard. They'll step into a three from the left wing. That's around the rim and out by Josh Cottrell, a 6'2 transfer from Western Carolina.
Yeah. That was not a smart basketball play because Tumani clearly had the rebound, and he reached around from behind him and just hacked his arm, and the official standing right there. Just a very easy call.
And that was a foul on Frank Champion, who's new into the ball game for North Georgia. 3-3 contest, Dogs and Nighthawks. We hook it into the paint, left block actually. One step in for McMillan. He pushes it up with the right hand, left it short. Dogs get the rebound and the putback. Garcia, and he got fouled. Yeah. They'll count the bucket, and he'll go to the line for a three-point play.
Yeah, Andrew picking up right where he left off on Sunday.
He's going to be fun to watch this year.
Well, you know what? He's sneaky good. You look at him and you think, but suddenly he's got all these points and rebounds.
Yeah, you like that. And he's got one more point after he knocks down the free throw for the three-point play. Andrew also looks like he's about 10 years older than everybody else on the floor with that full beard.
And that includes me.
Well, let's not get crazy. 6-3, Georgia leading North Georgia now. And the Dogs bring defensive pressure in the backcourt. Diagonal pass into the front side for the Nighthawks. And Champion had to go way up high, or else that ball would have hit Chuck right in the head. Baseline jumper right side is good by North Georgia. That was Eric Jones knocking it down to make it 6-5. Dogs attack quickly with Garcia all the way to the rack, and a layup good by Andrew.
Just very simple play. Just took the baseline. They let him have it. You don't ever do that on defense. They let him have it. He just drove it right down the baseline, got good position, laid it off the glass.
He wasn't wasting any time either.
Game's easy, isn't it?
8-5. Some of those guys make it look easy. Bank shot from long distance, rims out, no good. Rebound, McMillan for the Dogs. Outlet to Wheeler. He's speeding towards the basket, and they almost tackle him to slow him down. And a foul going to be whistled on Bethea for UNG. That'll put Wheeler back on the free throw line. Second trip to the line here in the first half. 13:57 remaining. Half number one, Georgia with an 8-5 lead.
Scott, when you watch Georgia play, if you notice when the ball goes to Sevier Wheeler, everybody on the floor better hit another gear because everything is about to speed up.
He's going to run by you like he was doing Bethea, who wasn't backpedaling fast enough. Wheeler, free throw with a left hand. Good. Sevier now 3 for 3 from the stripe. And that extends the lead out to 9-5 Georgia. Wheeler was at 70% shooting foul shots when the season ended in March last year. In his freshman year, his rookie season, he hit both of those foul shots, so he's 4 for 4 in the game tonight, and Georgia leads at 10-5. Now Garcia called for a little bit of a hip check as Cody Schubert came sprinting into the front court on this near sideline, and Garcia with contact whistled for the foul. North Georgia will inbound the basketball in the half court. Man-to-man defense for the Dogs. Fagan with a nice steal, tapped it away. Long pass up the floor to Wheeler. He's going to get a layup easy on the breakaway.
Who threw that pass? I tell you what, that was beautiful. It was laid out perfectly in front of Sevier.
Quickly 12-5 now. Dogs push it out to a 7-point lead. Here's Schubert. Going to drive top of the key, hand it off. They work it into the corner. Schubert has it back straight away. guarded by Wheeler, trying to use a screen to shoot. Wheeler won't let him. He kick it over to left wing, 3, won't go. Blake McIntyre missed the 3, and the rebound to the Dogs. Georgia's lead is 7. They're looking for more here. Wheeler to McMillan, open on the block. He missed the put in. He jumps in the air, and it bounced off the rim. He was at point-blank range. He knows he's a little frustrated with himself. He knows he should have made that one.
Absolutely. He actually shot it just a little too quickly. Caught it and tried to shoot it at the same time.
And on the rebound, there was a foul, and that will put McMillan on the line. He's going to get 2 shots here, so he'll try to make up for that miss at the free throw stripe. 6'9", 220-pound sophomore. And the free throw is good. He's from New Orleans, Louisiana, one of the 8 new players and 6 transfers on this roster.
Yeah, Big Easy.
And he and Sevier had a bit of playing history. They played AAU ball together. The free throw, by the way, was good for Tyron. That's his first point in this ball game. He had 5 points and 1 rebound in the win over Florida A&M on Sunday. He makes both foul shots here to make it a 14-5 Georgia lead. Dogs with pressure in the backcourt again, working against North Georgia, forcing them to use some time on the clock and getting it into the front side and into their half-court offense. Schubert pushes the ball to his right. It goes right back to Schubert. A catch-and-shoot 3 is good by Cody Schubert, who had a miserable game shooting the ball in their exhibition against Mercer. He was 0 for 11. He makes his first shot of the game tonight, and it's a 3 to make it 14-8. And the Dogs hoist an air ball from Jonathan Ned on the left wing. That was nowhere near. North Georgia with the ball. Schubert again going to try the 3. It bounces off the back of the iron. Now the rebound is loose. Chased down by Michael Starks for the Dogs. He's trapped in the corner. Hooks a pass out. Kamara comes back into the backcourt to help him out. Now they get it to Ned, front court, right corner. Straight away to Kamara for a 3, and he knocks it down. Not the way you draw it up, but it was effective. There's a Scana Energy 3 for Tumani Kamara, and the Dogs lead it 17-8. Now a foul on Starks. Slap on the hand, says the official. Starks was guarding Blake McIntyre a little too tightly and got contact on the hand. That'll get us into a timeout with 11:41 to go in the first half, and Georgia leading it 17-8 over North Georgia. We'll take a timeout. Back after this on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
'Twas the holiday season and families felt glee, for they shopped at Kroger, where pickup was free. Sweet spiral ham, a salad so merry, green beans and Brussels, and cakes topped with cherries. May the magic of fresh food never be done. Happy holidays from Kroger. Fresh for everyone. Free pickup on orders of $35 or more. Restrictions may apply.
Get more ways to save at the Buy 5 or More Save $1 each sale. Just buy 5 or more participating items and save $1 each with card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
If you thought you saw the last of the double cheeseburger pizza from Papa John's, think again, because it's back again. And now they're debuting the sequel as a papadilla, a quarter-pound of beef, zesty burger sauce, and pickles on crispy flatbread crust. Again, one more time. Get a large double cheeseburger pizza for just $12, or a new double cheeseburger papadilla for $6. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. Again. Not valid with discounts, fees, and taxes. Extra prices may vary.
This holiday season, hurry into the Road Home sales event and conquer any terrain on your trip back with the remarkably versatile BMW X3, the spacious BMW X5, or the iconic 3 Series. This year, don't just take the road home, truly experience it in the ultimate driving machine. Hurry into the BMW Road Home sales event for exceptional offers today.
Take advantage of our holiday credit today. Visit BMWATL.com for details. Go Dogs!
Hey, it's time to pretend like we're going in the huddle with Chuck Dowdle. It's brought to you by Georgia's own credit union, banking on purpose. Well, obviously, we're not allowed in the huddle anymore, and it's all the way on the other side of the floor. But, Chuck, you tell us what's going on over there.
Well, I think coaches, encouraging the guys, to keep playing the way they've been playing these last few minutes, and he started to substitute, and we're getting some effective play. Andrew Garcia doing a good job, and you saw just a few minutes ago, we finally hit our first three. It's taken us 8 minutes and 19 seconds. We got to pick that up some, and I keep thinking it will improve as the kids kind of get over their case of nerves here in the early going of the season.
Dogs 1 for 4 on three-pointers tonight. North Georgia 2 for 7. Schubert with the ball, top of the key. He goes over to McIntyre, back to Schubert. Two guys on him, forcing him back. He gets rid of the basketball to McIntyre. Spin move, delivers on the wing. Now they move it around back to Schubert. One pass, they set a screen, shoot the three with the shot clock winding down. Blake McIntyre forces the shot, and it's no good. Dogs with the rebound and off and running. Oh. And the pass from Ned to Michael Starks down on the baseline at full speed is too much for Starks to handle. He bobbled it and lost it out of bounds. He led him too much on that pass, and there wasn't enough room left down there on the baseline, and we turned it over. Starks in the ball game along with Kamara, Ned, Garcia, and P.J. Horn. That's our 5 on the floor right now. North Georgia with a basketball. It's 17-8 Dogs. Brady Burnett is in the ball game for the Nighthawks, a 6'5 freshman from Sharpsburg, Georgia. UNG out of Dahlonega. Coming down for an exhibition tonight in this substitute game. This takes the place of last week's missed game against Columbus State. Shot clock runs out. Dogs' defense was rock solid on that possession.
Good defense, and they weren't watching the shot clock at all. He had his head down, just was not paying attention.
Dogs will get it on the turnover. Starks will take it into the front court, hand it off to Horn on the right wing. They'll work it across to Jonathan Ned, to Kamara, who holds it high. Entry pass into the post to Garcia is tapped and stolen by North Georgia. Here's Schubert going to drive down the lane, lost the handle on the ball, tried to pass it off. A teammate picked it up on the right block. That was Champion, and he's stripped as he tries to go up with it. Dogs take it away, work it back inside. Reverse lay-in, Kamara, good. He got it on the left block and then went under the basket and laid it up looking straight up at the rim with a reverse lay-in.
That was a nice move.
19-8 Dogs, largest lead of the contest at 11. 9:54 remaining, first half. Here's Schubert. 2 long strides inside the foul line, right edge of the lane. He is stripped of the ball, and he gets in the vicinity of that semicircle under the net. It'll remain in the possession of the Nighthawks as they substitute. The Bulldogs will substitute as well. We'll get Sevier back in the ball game, and Christian Brown. Blake McIntyre, 5'9 and 155, enters the basketball. North Georgia works it around the perimeter. Here's
Dogs in
McIntyre.
his zone.
McIntyre reverses left wing to Cottrell, and again the shot clock runs out.
Listen, you love this.
They got those clocks all over the place.
But you know what?
You got to look at it.
Give credit, though, to Georgia. And that zone defense, and they extended it. I mean, when the pass would go, they'd jump out on the, whoever was catching the basketball. Just good job by Georgia on D.
Well, that's rare. You see, that's back-to-back shot clock possession or shot clock violations, isn't it? If it's not, it's 2 out of the last 3 possessions. The Dogs work on the far right end of the floor, looking to add to the lead. Kamara, soft 3 from the right wing. Good. Another Scana Energy 3 by the same guy that brought you the last one, Tumani Kamara.
We didn't see this Sunday from Tumani.
That made it 22-8.
Now he's starting to show signs of what we were seeing at the end of last season from him. A lot of growth, a lot of improvement.
Dogs called for a foul on P.J. Horn. Ned will check out of the ball game along with Horn, and coming back in for Georgia, Tyron McMillan and Ty Fagan. Entry pass right baseline into the left corner. They go diagonal on the entry. North Georgia with a possession. Top of the key 3, good by Blake McIntyre, the 5'9 sophomore transfer from Reinhardt in Buford, Georgia. Knocks down the 3. His first point of tonight. 22-11 is our score now.
You know what? And North Georgia shooting the 3 really the way we'd like to shoot. They're 3 out of 9.
Fagan's got the ball in the left corner. Wheeler goes on the left wing to retrieve the pass from Ty. Wheeler finds an open spot, launches a three, missed the iron, hit the backboard. Rebound picked up by North Georgia. Running across the lane is Darnell Snyers. They get it underneath. There's no shot there. Kamara guarding the basket nicely for Georgia. And coming into, this is Case Roach, whose shot is swatted out of bounds by Kamara. And they got a foul on Tumani as well. Roach did not play in the exhibition against Mercer last Wednesday for North Georgia. So getting his first action of the season. Albeit for those guys, an exhibition game. He leaves the free throw short off the front of the rim. No good. Fagan and McMillan, Wheeler, Garcia, and Brown. That's Tom Crean's 5 on the floor right now. Georgia leads at 22-11. Roach, the right-handed shooter, gets 1 out of 2 at the free throw line. Dogs hustle it into the front court to our right. Wheeler drops it off on the bounce to Garcia. Feeds it over to his left to McMillan, who holds it high, now pulls it down around his waist, fires the ball to Wheeler. Entry pass to Garcia. He's double-teamed on the block. Bounce it back out to Wheeler with 13 to shoot. Severe, right wing, now drives. The left-hander puts it on the floor. And we got an illegal screen on Garcia. Offensive foul on Georgia. That's 2 on Andrew. 8:04 to go. We'll have a timeout coming up at the next dead ball. 22-12, Georgia leads. Nighthawks with the ball. Snyers penetrates into the lane, kick out right corner. The 3 by Cottrell is no good. And let's check the call. They call the foul on Roach, I think, for North Georgia on the rebound.
They did.
As we were trying to run up the floor.
McMillan was in the air. I got to tell you, it was just great effort on that rebound.
And that's going to be 1-1 when we come back. That's the 9th team foul on North Georgia. Timeout with 7:52 remaining first half. Georgia 22, North Georgia 12. Back after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Libman makes a difference. The Libman Mop Crew is part of our winning team. The Libman Mop Crew makes sure the hardwood is clean and safe for players every game at Stegman Coliseum. No matter what kind of flooring you have at your home court, Libman has the tools to keep it clean. Our mops, brooms, and brushes are proudly family made in the USA. Visit Libman.com to see our whole lineup and for a store locator. That's Libman.com.
Catches it, the spin move, drop step to the baseline. Two-handed jam. Steps back for 3. Nailed it from way downtown. Drives the lane, kaboom, count it, and gets the foul. Are you kidding me?
Keep the excitement of game day going in a Nissan. With game-changing tech that makes every drive as exciting as a game-winning buzzer beater. Get to Nissan, proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs.
Hey, dog fans. Coach Kirby Smart here. Do you have a game plan for flu season? Get ahead of the competition by getting a flu shot at Piedmont. It's the smart thing to do. Stop by any Piedmont primary care, quick care, or urgent care location and stay healthy all season long. Visit piedmont.org/UGA to learn more and book online. Piedmont Healthcare, more ways to better.
It's time for our Regions first half recap. Get the Georgia Bulldogs Visa check card from Regions. Visit regions.com/GoDogs to order yours today. North Georgia had a 3-1 lead very early. The Dogs missed their first 5 shots of the contest before they got on track. They lead it right now 22-12, the largest lead at 14, 22-8 just a few moments ago, as the Nighthawks have scored the last 4 points of the contest. Tumani Kamara leads Georgia with 8 points. Xavier Wheeler with 6. Top rebounder is Tyron McMillan with 5 for the Dogs. Georgia with 17 fouls. North Georgia with 9, and that's why McMillan is at the foul line for the 1-1 for the Bulldogs. 22-12. McMillan at 6'9". Last year, JUCO averaged 10.5 points and just under 6 boards per contest. His first free throw of, this his third free throw of the night, rather. He's up and good. He's 3 for 3 tonight from the line.
He's a good-looking player. I mean, really is. You know, young man coming out of junior college to the University of Georgia and doing a good job.
He was at Kilgore College, as the free throw is good, in Texas. That's where Billy Gillespie was the head coach for a while. And North Georgia goes over and back. They were working on the danger zone there. They were right on the line, half-court line, passing the ball, and they ended up being called for a backcourt violation. So Georgia will get it on the North Georgia turnover and go back to work. 24-12, Dogs lead. We've doubled them up here with 7:40 to go. McMillan, hard one-handed bounce pass into the post. Trying to go to Garcia. There was a foul on the play. That's on Case Roach for North Georgia. And that's the 10th team foul on the Nighthawks. So now it's 2 free throws the rest of the half for the Bulldogs as Garcia goes to the line to shoot a pair. Andrew, 22 points on Sunday. He's got 5 tonight, and he's 2 for 2 from the line. And the free throw is good. 25-12 now, Dogs. Garcia from the state of New Jersey played at Stony Brook and transferred here as he hits both free throws for the Bulldogs. 26-12, Dogs by 14. Pass into the front court, intercepted by Brown to Garcia, back to Christian. Alley-oop to the rim is knocked away. What are they calling? They call a charge on Christian Brown.
Christian was trying to lay it up, and he just the defender was set up. Christian was trying to lay it up in the air for the alley-oop, and just didn't see the defender and hit him.
He's got 2 fouls, and both of them are offensive.
Offensive, yeah. Oh, we got pushed too. Look at that.
McMillan was the guy on the other side of the rim he was trying to alley-oop to, but some of these North Georgia guys they're just smaller players, and the bigger guys are kind of running through them. 26-12, Georgia leads. Nighthawks have the basketball on the front end of the floor. Schubert, 2-hand pass to Snyers. He drives through the lane. They kick it into the corner for a 3. It's an air ball off the front of the rim. It missed the front of the rim. Here's Wheeler up ahead to Garcia, who was asking for the ball and turns and lays it in.
Garcia running the floor, and he gets rewarded. I mean, that's the way to do it. I mean, you get out and run the floor, and you get rewarded for your effort.
And after that, head coach Dan Evans, in his second year at North Georgia, calls for a 30-second timeout. 28-12 now. The Dogs have built the lead up to 16 here with 6:56 to go. And Bulldog fans, if you need a home loan to fit your team and budget, Rocket can. Rocket Mortgage, proud mortgage partner of Georgia Athletics. Dogs will get Jacksonville here in this building on Friday night. Now, that was a regularly scheduled game, and the schedule's taken a few twists and turns along the way, hasn't it, Chuck?
Yeah, we talked to John Bateman about that. I think there have been 16 different changes to the schedule.
Can you imagine that?
Well, it's been obviously a nightmare trying to, in this era of COVID testing and trying to get guys. You want to get in those 7 non-conference games that the NCAA is allowing for obvious reasons. Coach Crean's been very cautious and wisely so about not wanting to travel. Trying to keep our guys healthy as and protect them as best they can. But you still want to play the games. You want to get better.
And therein is part of the challenge when you have to get teams. You don't want to travel. Obviously, the other team has to come to your place. So it's kind of a one-sided deal, which makes scheduling even more difficult. But Jacksonville will be in the building on Friday, we hope. North Georgia's here tonight. We're glad they are. Georgia leads at 28-12. And an offensive foul on the Nighthawks as Eric Jones tried to drive his way inside. And he goes bowling through one of our players.
Garcia did a good job. Set his position, took the charge.
And now Andrew will inbound the ball to Wheeler. And here we go. 6:33 on the clock, 28-12 Dogs. Working on the offensive end. Crossover, and he blasts down to the baseline. Wheeler gave his defender a fake to the left and drove to the right and got an open layup. 8 points for Sevier here tonight, 30-12. Georgia with the lead. North Georgia basketball. They work on the baseline. McMillan trying to keep him off the block. Steps into the paint. Nice move by Eric Jones, a 6'6" transfer. Little jump hook in front of the basket from 3 feet away. Knocks it down. 30-14.
Oh!
Ball goes out of bounds.
You know, now that's the reason you're playing these games. You know, Coach Crane told you before the start of the game this would be the second exhibition normally. You know, and that's the kind of timing and just, you know, the familiarity of playing with each other, and that's what causes that. You know, Sevier just thought he was staying there. He was breaking to the basket, you know, when you have the miscommunication.
So North Georgia with the ball after the Bulldog turnover. Caleb Malden is in the ball game now for the Nighthawks. 6'8", 265-pound redshirt freshman. Long straightaway three around the rim and out. No good. Fagan with the rebound. He had 10 on Sunday. Lead pass up ahead to P.J. Horn, who's back in. He goes one-on-one with his man, backing him down into the paint. A little turn fade in the lane. Good, P.J. Horn. There's his first basket of the night. 32-14 Dogs. 5:09 to go first half. Three ball, left wing, good by Darnell Snyers, the 6-foot redshirt sophomore guard for North Georgia. 32-17 after the three. Dump it down into Fagan, an easy little bunny under the basket.
That was a beautiful no-look pass from Sevier.
He and Fagan really on the same page. First points of the night for Ty. He had a career-high 21 in the win on Sunday. 34-17, Georgia. Now let's check the call on the far side of the floor. It's going to be a foul on North Georgia.
Foul, yeah, pushing off.
And they call that on the new guy into the lineup, Malden. 6'8" and 265. It's hard not to see when somebody that size commits the foul. 34-17, Dogs with the ball and the lead. Fagan's pass to, trying to go to Kamara, cutting through the lane, off his fingertips and out of bounds. We turned it over again.
Went through his hands. That's not.
You might have heard Ty also in his disappointment with that play. You could easily hear him down on this end of the floor. Oh, missed it. 34-17. And an air ball three that hits the underside of the net for North Georgia. And then on the rebound, there's a foul on the Dogs. That's on Jonathan Ned. First on Ned, one of the JUCO transfers, a top 15 junior college prospect. And it puts the Nighthawks at the free throw line, where Eric Jones will use a little body English to get that thing to roll in, and it does. The ball was working the iron, and Jones forced it to go from the foul line. A little forward motion there. Here's the second free throw by the right-hander. That one's all net. 34-19 Georgia. Dogs with the ball. Kamara takes the pass from Wheeler, drives to the basket, misses a one-handed jam. He's right at the rim, got too much of it with the right hand. He was there. The play was there, just didn't finish it. North Georgia with a basketball now. Try to thread the needle in a high-low game. Stolen by Fagan. Ty out of the group and running into the front court right. Over to Ned for a long three. Good, he rattles it home. Jonathan Ned with the three for his first points of the ball game. 37-19 Georgia.
That's what we like to see, and that's now we're getting there. We're at 42% from behind the arc.
That's our third three of the night.
3 for 7.
Ball goes out of bounds. Front court, far sideline, right into the Georgia bench area. And that'll give us a timeout as well. With 3:38 to go in the first half, it's Georgia 37, North Georgia 19. Timeout here at Stegman. Back to Athens after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Northside Hospital reminds you to stay safe and stay healthy during the pandemic. It's easy to do a few simple things every day. Wash your hands frequently and disinfect hard surfaces in your home. Don't touch your eyes, nose, and mouth with unwashed hands. Always wear a mask in public and wash your hands before and after removing your mask. And if you're in a crowded place, stay at least 6 feet apart from others. For more information and CDC safety guidelines, go to northside.com/COVID-19.
This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Long-lasting protection against COVID-19 is crucial to a safe living and work environment. That's why Georgia Athletics has chosen Cleanwell Services as their official disinfection partner. The trained technicians at Cleanwell use a CDC and EPA-approved nanotechnology-based cleaner that sticks to surfaces for an industry-leading protection lasting beyond 30 days. The Bulldogs trust Cleanwell, and if your business wants to keep your employees and customers safe, you also need to trust Cleanwell. Visit www.cleanwell.services to get started today.
At Subway restaurants, deals are delicious. And right now, you can choose from 2 great deals on delicious meals. Get a 6-inch cold cut combo, spicy Italian or Black Forest ham, plus chips and a 20-ounce drink for just $6. Or choose a 6-inch chicken and bacon ranch melt, sweet onion chicken teriyaki, or steak and cheese, plus chips and a 20-ounce drink for just $7. Either way, you get a great deal on a delicious meal. Only at Subway restaurants. Limited time only at participating restaurants. Additional charge for extras, plus applicable tax. No additional discounts or coupons may be applied.
Along with Chuck Dowdle, Scott Howard with you, masked up and ready to go here at Stegman. Adam Gillespie is our unsponsored producer-engineer, and Zach Jewell is in our Piedmont Healthcare Network studios. And we'll get a scoreboard update at halftime from Zach in just a few moments. Let you know what else is going on around college basketball. Even during the pandemic, there are still some of those multi-team events going on. In fact, the Maui event is being played in Asheville, North Carolina. You can figure that one out. And Zach will tell you what's going on. They had a championship game earlier today. 37-19 here, Georgia leading North Georgia. Defense in the half court for the Dogs. Ned blocked the shot at the rim as Brady Burnett was trying to lay it up, and Ned just swatted it out of there. The Dogs hustle down the floor and will get points off that defensive performance.
That's just a terrific defensive play, turning into an easy 2 for the Dogs.
And Starks is the guy that converted on the other end for Georgia. Michael Starks, the 6-foot JUCO transfer from Miami, Florida. His first points of the game for the Dogs. 39-19, Georgia by 20. Nighthawks with a basketball. Cody Schubert in trouble. So much trouble that he travels with a basketball. He drove down to the block and then had nowhere to go, and he was double teamed there, and he ends up walking. He turns it over, and the Dogs will take the ball. That's the 11th turnover by the Nighthawks. Georgia with a 20-point lead, 2:43 remaining first half. Kamara with it, going to go one-on-one, drives. They push against him. He tries to flip it up from the left side of the rim. It rolls off the iron, and the rebound down to North Georgia. Kamara's missed a handful of shots right at the basket. Here's a jump shot, right wing 3, no good by North Georgia. Rebound Kamara, outlet to Starks, back to Tamani. They're working the front court. Pulls up for a 3, missed it off the left side. Fagan with a nice, powerful rebound, and he one step back to the basket and lays it up and in.
You know, going into this non-conference schedule, Coach Crane was concerned about the team's rebounding. You know, said it was going to have to be a team effort. Well, so far we out-rebounded Florida A&M, and we are killing these guys on the glass.
41-19 now. Wide open basket, easy lay-in for Malden, though, for North Georgia on that possession. Somebody lost their man. Dogs had 3 guys on this side of the floor, nobody minding the basket. Horn on the offensive end, pushed from behind by North Georgia. That'll be a foul on Eric Jones. Number 3 on Jones here in the half. And that'll put P.J. Horn at the free throw line for an automatic 2.
Yeah.
So they are in the double bonus and have been for a while. 1:44 remaining. Horn to the line. The former Virginia Tech performer from Tifton, Georgia. Last year for the Hokies, as the free throw is good, he averaged 7.5 points, just over 4 rebounds a game, and really came on as a three-point shooter. After 1-3 as a sophomore at Virginia Tech, he made 44 threes as a junior.
That's one of the most amazing stats. I mean, really, guy hits 1 in 1 year, and then hits 44 the next year.
So it was a lot of off-season practicing. He made the first free throw, missed the second, and was climbed out of the basket. 42-21, Georgia. And there's a three, a soft three on the left side. That was McIntyre to make it 42-24 quickly. Dogs with a jumper off the rim, won't go. Rebound, Kamara underneath, slides under and lays it up reverse style from the right side of the iron. He was under the basket, looking up again, and laid it up and in to get into double figures with 10.
Jumani is all over the court. He just really very aggressive, playing extremely well tonight.
10 points, 3 boards for Kamara. McIntyre misses a baseline 2 left side. Starks pulls it off the iron. Dogs hustle, kick out. Kamara misses the 3. Offensive rebound on the tap out for the Dogs. Starks and Wheeler chase down the bouncing ball almost a half court. Less than a minute to go, 15 on the shot clock for Georgia. Wheeler with a right-hand dribble, drives to the right edge of the lane, under the basket, puts it up, it got the roll. He had 2 guys around him, and he still scored severe in double figures with 8.
Doesn't matter how many
He's got 10 now, 46-24. You're right about that. It doesn't matter with him. He's not feared. He's not afraid. He'll take it right in, as did Schubert that time. Right down the lane for the layup for North Georgia. 21 seconds to go first half. Dogs should be able to hold for the final shot here. 46-26 is our score. And we'll see if the Dogs can get one more basket before the end of the half. 8 seconds to go. Ned throws it to Wheeler, left side. 5 to shoot. Wheeler with a screen, drives, pushes off, 2 steps. They block his shot. Rebound on the side court. And then that's the end of the first half.
Well, pretty much what we expected of that first half. I mean, Georgia's looking more and more comfortable with each other, and that's really to the Nighthawks' detriment tonight.
Playing very fast,
oh, yeah,
too.
up and down the floor. This is Tom Crean basketball. This is what people want to see because it's exciting to watch.
Halftime in Athens, it's Georgia 46 and the Nighthawks 26. Now stay tuned for the Georgia Power halftime report with Zach Jewell. He's in the Piedmont Healthcare Network studios, and he's standing by to bring it to you right after this on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
The SEC taught us that it's easy to love winning, but that the best of the best know where to look for the win, even in losing. Because setbacks are an inevitable part of almost any endeavor, and the hardest lessons are the ones that teach us the most. As the official bank of the SEC, at Regions, we believe every day is a good day to dig deeper. What has the SEC taught you? Join the conversation with hashtag SEC Lessons. Regions Bank. Member FDIC.
Catches it, a spin move, drop step to the baseline. Slam and jam. Steps back for 3. Nailed it from way downtown. Drives the lane, kaboom, count it, and gets the foul. Are you kidding me?
Keep the excitement of game day going in a Nissan. With game-changing tech that makes every drive as exciting as a game-winning buzzer beater. Get to Nissan, proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs.
This is Georgia Basketball, sponsored by Progressive. Drivers who save with Progressive save over $750 on average.
The radical left will do anything for total control. But a bipartisan Senate committee of Democrats and Republicans cleared Kelly Loeffler of their false accusations.
Today's clear exoneration affirms what Senator Loeffler has said all along.
She's been exonerated.
She did nothing wrong.
What Kelly did do is deliver for Georgia.
Kelly Loeffler is working to make sure hospitals have staff and PPE.
Georgians stranded after nearly a month. Loeffler worked to make sure these Georgians got home.
Kelly Loeffler launched the Georgia Relief and Recovery website
with a focus on getting business back up and running.
The Georgia senator donates $1 million to Phoebe Foundation.
Kelly Loeffler aiding in the return of Georgians from at least 8 countries.
She's using her platform to make sure no Georgian goes hungry.
This election, stand with Kelly. Save the Senate from radical control. Save the future for America.
I'm Kelly Loeffler. I approve this message.
Paid for by Georgians for Kelly Loeffler.
On the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Welcome to the Georgia Power Halftime Report. The Georgia Power Halftime Report is brought to you by Georgia Power, proud to power the Georgia Bulldogs. Live from the Piedmont Healthcare Network studios, here's your host, Zach Jewell.
The Dogs lead the Nighthawks 46-26 as we kick off the Georgia Power Halftime Report from our Piedmont Healthcare studios. Today's Halftime Report is presented by Georgia Power. Turn up the heat on holiday savings with Georgia Power, now offering their biggest sale of the year on energy-efficient products like the brand new Google Nest thermostat, only on GeorgiaPowerMarketplace.com. It's a light day around the SEC as the basketball season is still ramping up, but we'll give you scores anyway. We start up in Bubbleville at Mohegan Sun Arena in Connecticut as Florida finally starting their season today. They got a scare from Army, even trailing at the half, but they pulled away late to win 76-69. There are two games in progress right now. First in College Station, Texas, with 14 seconds to go in first half action. Tarleton leading 26-21 over the Aggies of Texas A&M, and then the Camping World Maui Invitational being played up in Asheville, North Carolina. Alabama and Providence are in action with the Tide leading 39-28. There's a minute 58 to go in that one. Later on tonight, two games at 9 p.m. as Missouri takes on 21st-ranked Oregon, and Arkansas looks to stay perfect as they host UT Arlington. Dogs leading this one 46-26. We'll step aside and come back with top 25 scores right after these messages on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
No one gets you closer to SEC sports than SiriusXM. Tune in to shows on SEC Radio hosted by experts like Peter Burns, Chris Doring, Aaron Murray, and me, Jacob Hester. Plus, get conference news, analysts, and much more. From the all-season through the postseason, we've got your team covered anywhere you go. And now, you can try us out for free. Get a free trial to take your team with you on your phone, online, and at home. Start listening at SiriusXM.com/SECSXM.
To celebrate State Farm's surprisingly great race, we gave this game day jam surprisingly great lyrics.
I want a race that's great. Who is this to free him tonight? Hey, it's Jake. I want a way to save. Got the coverage on my brand new ride. State Farm race. Yeah, they're great. State Farm, State Farm, State Farm race.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
For up-to-the-second news and special content on all things Georgia Bulldogs, visit GeorgiaDogs.com. This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
It was the holiday season and families felt glee, for they shopped at Kroger, where pickup was free. Sweet spiral ham, a salad so merry, green beans and Brussels, and cakes topped with cherries. May the magic of fresh food never be done. Happy holidays from Kroger. Fresh for everyone. Free pickup on orders of $35 or more. Restrictions may apply.
Wednesday through Saturday, save 50% on beauty and personal care gift sets and holiday candy. Go online and download your 4 days only digital coupon. Only at Kroger.
Libman makes a difference. The Libman Mop Crew is part of our winning team. The Libman Mop Crew makes sure the hardwood is clean and safe for players every game at Stegman Coliseum. No matter what kind of flooring you have at your home court, Libman has the tools to keep it clean. Our mops, brooms, and brushes are proudly family-made in the USA. Visit Libman.com to see our whole lineup and for a store locator. That's Libman.com.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield IMG College and JMI Sports under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Georgia. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the express written consent of the University of Georgia, Learfield IMG College, and JMI Sports. Announcers are provided by Learfield IMG College and JMI Sports and approved by the University of Georgia.
The Georgia Power Halftime Report continues now from the Piedmont Healthcare Studios with a check of scores and games around the top 25. Before we get to that, though, 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. We'll start by heading up to the Camping World Maui Invitational, not on the islands this week, but up in the mountains of Asheville, North Carolina. We give you We gave you the current game, but in Maui fashion, they crowned their champion in the afternoon session on the final day.
To the right side, trying to drive. Pass left, does to the hoop, but missed it. Follow slam there. Royce Ham Jr. following the miss, threw it down with authority.
That's Craig Way from Learfield IMG College on the calls. Texas won on a bucket with 0.1 seconds left to defeat North Carolina 69-67 and win their first Maui title in program history. 23rd ranked Ohio State also handled Morehead State easily. They won 77-44. In progress, there's another big game going on up in Indianapolis as part of the Jimmy V Classic. That game between number 11 West Virginia and number 1 Gonzaga. They have 2.5 to go in the first half, and it's West Virginia leading 35-26. Later on, 22nd ranked Florida State hosts North Florida at 8, and the nightcap is another game from the Jimmy V Classic as number 5 Illinois and number 2 Baylor face off at 10. That's a full look at scores around college hoops. The Georgia Power halftime report continues next with Scott and Chuck courtside at Stegman. That's after these words on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Did you hear the news about David Perdue's stock trades?
Outrage now growing over reports that at least 4 U.S. senators dumped millions of dollars worth of stocks just before coronavirus sent the markets into a free fall.
David Perdue bought and sold stock shortly after a private Senate briefing on the virus.
Stock in Pfizer, a pharmaceutical company now developing a coronavirus vaccine.
He bought stock in DuPont, which makes the protective personal equipment.
David Perdue bought and dumped up to $14 million in stock, more trades than any U.S. senator. Worse, while David Perdue was lining his pockets, he told us the virus posed little risk, leaving Georgia unprepared. There's a better choice. John Ossoff leads investigations of corruption for news organizations around the world. He's refusing donations from corporate PACs, and John Ossoff will listen to doctors and scientists to defeat this virus and rebuild our economy.
I'm John Ossoff, candidate for Senate, and I approve this message.
Paid for by John Ossoff for Senate.
This is Georgia Basketball, sponsored by Progressive's Home Insurance. Get your quote at progressive.com today.
Catches it, a spin move, drop step to the baseline. Slam and jam. Steps back for three. Nailed it from way downtown. Drives the lane. Kaboom! Count it. And gets the foul. Are you kidding me?
Keep the excitement of game day going in a Nissan with game-changing tech that makes every drive as exciting as a game-winning buzzer beater. Get to Nissan, proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs.
Across the Northside Hospital system, our surgeons have decades of experience with routine and complex surgeries. Today, Northside leads the Southeast in innovative procedures. Since 2005, we've performed nearly 40,000 robotic surgeries. Our board-certified surgeons are acclaimed for non-invasive techniques. Their confidence and compassion await you at Northside. For complex surgeries, choose the best surgeons. Learn more at northside.com.
Halftime in Athens, Georgia leading North Georgia 46-26. Welcome back to Stegman Coliseum. Let's run down our first half stats brought to you by Northside Hospital in Atlanta. Our surgeons have decade of experience with routine and complex surgeries. And today, Northside Hospital leads the Southeast in innovative procedures, performing nearly 40,000 robotic surgeries since 2005. Their confidence and compassion await you in Atlanta. Learn more at Northside.com. First half numbers, Georgia shoots 48%, 15 of 31 from the field. The Dogs hit 33% of their three-point shots, 3 of 9. North Georgia shot 31% for the half, 9 of 29. They hit 31% of their 16 threes. They converted 5 of those. From the foul line, the Dogs were 13 of 15, 86, almost 87%. And at the free throw line, that is good. North Georgia was 3 of 4 from the stripe, 75%. Rebounding numbers, as you might expect, Georgia with a size differential there and leading on the glass, plus 10, 24-14 in the first half. The Dogs had 9 turnovers in the first half. The Nighthawks had 11 in the first 20 minutes. On the floor for Georgia, Severe Wheeler, the leading scorer, along with Tumani Kamara, each with 10 points in the first half. Andrew Garcia has 9, no player in double figures for North Georgia, as the Bulldogs lead the Nighthawks by a score of 46-26. to 26. We'll get underway with the second half when we come back here on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Hey, Georgia Bulldogs, some of us may be cheering from home this season. Maybe you've got the big TV and game time snacks, but no room to cheer. No sweat. You've got options. When you work with Rocket Mortgage, you see all your options right up front. From down payments to closing costs, you know what fits your budget. So, if you need a home big enough for your whole team, Rocket can. Get started at rocketmortgage.com. Rocket Mortgage, proud mortgage partner of Georgia Athletics.
Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender license in all 50 states. NMLS ConsumerAccess.org number 3030.
Today's horoscope brought to you by Geico.
People will take note of your sunny disposition, Sagittarius. That's because you just switched to Geico and discovered you could save hundreds of dollars a year on car insurance. However, your newfound inner glow may prompt unfounded rumors. Did you get a promotion? Or you want a juice cleanse? Did they give you too much anesthesia at your dentist appointment? Your secret is safe with us, Sagittarius.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Follow the Dogs on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Georgia Basketball. More Bulldogs hoops in a moment after this from your local station.
At Subway restaurants, deals are delicious. And right now, you can choose from 2 great deals on delicious meals. Get a 6-inch cold cut combo, spicy Italian or Black Forest ham, plus chips and a 20-ounce drink for just $6. Or choose a 6-inch chicken and bacon ranch melt, sweet onion chicken teriyaki, or steak and cheese, plus chips and a 20-ounce drink for just $7. Either way, you get a great deal on a delicious meal. Only at Subway restaurants. Limited time only at participating restaurants. Additional charge for extras, plus applicable tax. No additional discounts or coupons may be applied.
And now a game of Commercial Chicken, brought to you by Progressive, where we see how long Flo can go without talking about insurance. Ready? Go.
Okay, so, did you see that game the other day? The refs, right? I mean, come on. They were totally out to get us. That always happens to our team. Drivers who switch to Progressive can save big.
Okay, you win. We can't help but save customers money. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Along with Chuck Dowdle, Scott Howard back here at Stegman Coliseum. Adam Gillespie is our producer-engineer here courtside on the baseline down here in this new virus-era setup inside the building. It's a little bit different to, after 28 years of working college basketball games in this building, this is certainly unique.
Well, just being this far removed from you. I mean, usually we're sitting.
You're like 6 feet away.
I know. You know, where you
which is good from my perspective, actually.
Well, you know what? I'm going to remember that the next time when we're back normal and you say, where are the cookies? I'm going to say, well, they're over here, but you just can't reach them.
They're on the other side of me, out of your reach. Yeah, just smattering of folks in the building tonight, and I think the capacity, if they were full, would be just over 1,600.
Yeah, 1,644, I think we were told.
And we're not at that capacity number tonight. Well, this was a game, too, that can easily get lost in the shuffle because it was scheduled so late. And there wasn't originally a game planned for this night. But
no, quite honestly, I'm surprised there are this many people here.
North Georgia first possession of the half to get things started here in the stretch run. Their jump shot from the left wing is short. Rebound goes to Georgia. The Dogs get it in deep. P.J. Horn going to get credit for that basket. He and Kamara working the glass. And Horn gets the bucket. 48-26 is our score. And the Dogs lead. North Georgia had a 3-1 lead. As Schubert going to drive inside, and they call a charge. He knocked down Kamara.
They didn't call that offensive, then.
He was falling down. Schubert was falling down, and Kamara was holding his spot defensively, and Schubert fell right into him. Called for the charge.
Well, that was textbook.
Third foul on Cody Schubert, the 5'10 guard. Transfer from Presbyterian for North Georgia. Entry pass to Kamara against the double team. Tries to flip it up and in under the basket. Rolls off the iron. He missed the shot. No good. One of our guys falls down. Christian Brown took a slide on the floor. North Georgia with a possession down on the far right end of the floor. They work the ball around out of the right corner. Left wing now at Schubert. Hold it down low. Ball below his knees. As he bends into it, drives, kick out, right side three is good. Cottrell. Josh Cottrell, a 6'2" guard from Hayesville, North Carolina, a transfer from Western Carolina, making it 48-29. Now check a whistle on the far side of the floor, and we got Georgia with a double dribble. Is that what they call it? Offensive foul.
I believe it was.
A lot of bodies over there. I didn't see the actual violation, nor did I see the official's explanation of it. And there's a foul on Ty Fagan as North Georgia trying to bring the ball into the front court. Fagan with a foul near the midcourt stripe.
Our stats have mysteriously reappeared.
Yes, they
almost like they disappeared. I was just, severe just with one foul.
48-29. Dogs with the lead. And the Nighthawks with the basketball. This is Darnell Snyers with the ball on the left wing, swinging it from side to side, guarded by Wheeler. Worked the ball on the right side of the floor now. On the baseline, a wraparound pass inside the lane, got away from the North Georgia player, and Snyers saves it over the inline. 1 second on the shot clock. Wow. Schubert
almost had it down, rattled in and out of there.
Yeah, he was forcing it up and in, and here's Wheeler going to drive right through the defensive traffic all the way to the backboard and for an easy layup for Sevier. He's got a dozen points to make it 50-29. Nighthawks with the ball. Overhead pass back to Schubert, top of the key.
Georgia playing a lot of zone tonight.
Schubert uses a screen, dumps it into the right corner. Back to Schubert. Catch and shoot three with 5 on the clock. Good from straight away. Schubert with 8 points in the ballgame now for the Nighthawks. Dogs miss a jumper. Rebound. They work under the boards. Kamara had it for a second. And he'll go to the line after he's fouled by Cottrell. That'll send Tumani to the free throw strike.
Now, P.J. Horn still looking for his stroke from out there behind the arc and hadn't found it yet. But I think that by the time the conference schedule rolls around, he's going to be a guy that Georgia can count on to shoot the three.
Kamara made the first free throw, missed the second. Rebound to North Georgia, 51-32 Dogs. 16:55 to go in this contest, which will count for Georgia and will not for North Georgia. Exhibition game for them. All of their games that count are conference games, and they play those beginning in January in the Peach Belt. Eric Jones going to drive and deliver for the Nighthawks with a layup. Georgia attacks quickly. Talk about delivery.
Oh, my goodness.
Tumani Kamara with a one-hand jam from he left the floor just inside the foul line and finished it hard with one hand.
He did lead. I thought he dropped from the ceiling.
He could have. Let's look at the replay. That was nice.
My goodness.
I think Sevier Wheeler will get the assist on that. He delivered the pass to Kamara. 53-34. Nighthawks with a runner from the left side. Snyers off one leg. Draws iron with that shot. Rebound to Georgia. Wheeler kicks it into high gear. Called for palming. He carried the basketball on his drive by the defender, and that'll get us into a timeout with 15:57 remaining in the ballgame. Georgia 53, North Georgia 34. Back to Stegman Coliseum in Athens after this on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Northside Hospital reminds you to stay safe and stay healthy during the pandemic. It's easy to do a few simple things every day. Wash your hands frequently and disinfect hard surfaces in your home. Don't touch your eyes, nose, and mouth with unwashed hands. Always wear a mask in public and wash your hands before and after removing your mask. And if you're in a crowded place, stay at least 6 feet apart from others. For more information and CDC safety guidelines, go to northside.com/COVID-19.
You know that Georgia Power offers reliable, affordable energy. But did you also know they have incredible deals on leading smart home and energy efficient products? This Cyber Monday, shop GeorgiaPowerMarketplace.com for their biggest sale of the year on energy efficient and smart home products, including select LEDs for 50 cents per bulb and smart thermostats starting at $49.50 for qualifying Georgia Power customers. Georgia Power, the official energy partner of UGA Athletics.
The great point guards are rare. They're true leaders with a work ethic that never wavers and a desire to win that's second to none. There's one truck like that, Ford F-150. It's smart, powerful, and never backs down from the toughest jobs. That's why Ford F-Series has been America's best-selling truck 43 years straight. Learn more at buyfordnow.com or visit your local Ford dealer to score a great offer on F-150. Based on 2019 calendar year total sales.
53-34 is our score here in Athens. Georgia leading UNG. And right now you can come in and get exceptional offers on the full line of BMWs. Visit one of your Atlanta area BMW centers soon for a test drive. BMW is a proud sponsor of Georgia Athletics. Visit BMWATL.com for great offers and go Dogs. Leading scorer in the ball game for Georgia tonight, Tumani Kamara. He's 5 of 11 shooting the ball, 13 points. Severe Wheeler in double figures again. Second straight games, he's had a dozen. He had his first double-double on Sunday. 12 points and a career-best 12 assists in the win over Florida A&M. He's got a dozen points tonight and 6 assists this evening.
You know, and we were so engrossed in Ty Fagan getting his first ever double-double that we almost overlooked completely Severe.
Well, he is the little fella.
He is the little fella.
But he's big on the court.
He plays big, doesn't he?
Does indeed. 53-34 Dogs. North Georgia with a basketball. They work it late into the shot clock. Jumper from the left corner, 3 won't go for Snyers. And it's rebounded by the Dogs. Wheeler brings it down the middle of the floor. Slams on the brakes at the elbow. Kicking it into the corner. Tumani for 3. Side iron, no good. Rebound tapped by Horn. Back to Ned. Jonathan Ned with a floater. One hand going towards the basket. Floats it right in there good.
I'll tell you, that's a pretty nice shot.
Ned has 5 in the game. Jonathan Ned, 6'9", 215. JUCO transfer. He's from Brentwood, California. 15:04 remaining in the contest. Long jumper by the Nighthawks is short, almost wedged on the left side of the iron between the glass and the rim. And the ball comes down and goes out of bounds. Last touched there by the Bulldogs. 55-34 is our score. Georgia leads in the second meeting between these two teams. The first meeting was an exhibition game in 2009. And now we have another half exhibition as it is tonight here in 2020. It's an exhibition for them, not for Georgia. Spin move by the Nighthawks. Their guy falls down. That's Zach Brown, and he lost the ball over the end line, and he turns it over.
And let's remind everybody again, we've got another basketball game Friday night against Jacksonville, and then one next Tuesday night, December 4th, we'll be playing, or December 8th, I'm sorry, we'll be playing Montana.
Wheeler to the rack. Leaves it short. Thought he got fouled, perhaps. Zach Brown rebounds his miss. And they're off and running, and they'll dunk it on the other end, work it in deep to Eric Jones. He got a two-handed dunk for UNG. He's in double figures with 10. Kamara, nice move down the lane, jump hop, and then he sidestepped the defender and got open right in front of the basket and laid it up and in.
Oh, that's offensive.
That is offensive. Zach Brown runs right through Tumani. After he made that basket, he hustled back, got on defense, and ends up taking a charge for the Dogs down on the far right end of the floor. Foul on Jones is his 4th for UNG, and head coach Dan Evans will get Caleb Malden in the ball game now for Jones.
Tumani is my leader in the clubhouse for player of the game.
Well, he's got 15 points and 4 rebounds. I don't think that's the first charge he's taken either. I think he's been on the floor a couple of times. Set a screen for Wheeler. Left-handed baseball pass into the corner and a soft 3. No, is that a 2 or 3? I think maybe they called it a 2 for Jonathan Ned from the far corner. 59, yeah, they did. 59-36. Ned with a long two-pointer over near the Georgia bench area. Long three is off the mark by North Georgia. Snyers misses it. Dogs rebound. And here comes Wheeler. Lob to the rim. Oh, nice. McMillan goes up, beats his man, and just touches it in over the rim.
That was picture perfect.
The only thing missing was the power slam, but it was a nice finesse basket for the Dogs, who get over the 60 mark here with 13:20 to go. It's 61-36. And a foul on the Dogs. Garcia called for a hold. That's 3 on Garcia. Each team with 3 fouls here in this half. 13:21 remaining. And the Nighthawks will enter the basketball front court on the near sideline. This is Blake McIntyre, all 5'9" of him. Dribbles on the left wing, hands it off to Snyers. They give it to the biggest guy on the floor for them, Malden. He's at 6'8" and 265. Drive through the lane, kick out left corner baseline with 1 on the shot clock. Snyers off the mark, rebound, tapped up. Now it's rolling and through the lane. Snyers chases it down, feeds it to McIntyre for a 3, too deep off the back rim. Another offensive rebound for the Nighthawks. This time Snyers going to take the feed from the big man and knock down a 3. That's his 3rd of the ball game.
Well, they got some great bounces off the rim is what happened there. Dogs were contesting it inside, but the ball just kept getting that long bounce.
61-39 with a defensive foul called on North Georgia down on the left end of the floor. And Georgia will inbound the basketball with 12:39 remaining. Garcia throws it into Wheeler, chases it down extends the arm, makes the catch, now turns and drives to the basket, beat the big guy. Had a reverse lay-in right under the basket. Severe Wheeler with 14 points of the ballgame now. 63-39 Dogs. 12:20 remaining. Nighthawks whip it into the left corner in front of their bench. Off the wing now, this is Cottrell. Will feed into the corner for a 3. And McIntyre missed that 3. The rebound down to the Dogs. Wheeler has it behind the back dribble. One-hand bounce pass.
Ooh.
Kamara, one-handed jam. Oh, that was beautiful.
You know, the amazing thing about that was Severe saw how that play was going to finish as he was crossing midcourt.
When he had that nifty behind-the-back dribble to create some space, that was pretty nice. And Kamara got the finish, and Wheeler got the assist, and we've got a timeout with 11:49 to go in this contest. It's Georgia 65 and North Georgia 39. Back after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Make your first play of the season a smart one. Get a fast and easy sports physical right around the corner from Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens. With 27 locations offering extended hours and most open 7 days a week, you can book online to get in, get out, and get on your way to a championship year. Visit piedmont.org/UGA to schedule a sports physical today. Patient care services provided by Piedmont Healthcare. Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens. One stop to better.
This is your home of the Dogs. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Hey, Georgia Bulldogs, let's talk about your home game setup. You're probably watching from your living room, which might double as your home office, and maybe even a bedroom. Well, with rates at historic lows, it's a great time to refinance with Rocket Mortgage and get cash out of your home. Cash which you can use to remodel a basement or a den into the ultimate fan cave. When you're ready to upgrade your home game, Rocket can. Get started at rocketmortgage.com. Rocket Mortgage, proud mortgage partner of Georgia Athletics.
Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender licensed in all 50 states. NMLSConsumerAccess.org, number 3030.
This holiday season, hurry into the Road Home sales event and conquer any terrain on your trip back with the remarkably versatile BMW X3, the spacious BMW X5, or the iconic 3 Series. This year, don't just take the road home, truly experience it in the ultimate driving machine. Hurry into the BMW Road Home sales event for exceptional offers today.
Take advantage of our holiday credit today. Visit BMWATL.com for details. Go Dogs!
Scana Energy is a proud partner of Georgia Athletics, and for every three-pointer scored by the Bulldogs, Scana Energy will make a $25 donation to the University of Georgia General Scholarship Fund. And tonight, the Dogs 3 for 11 on three-point shots. Not a great percentage, but 11:49 still remaining, and time to improve that percentage as Georgia leads at 65-39 over North Georgia.
Scott, John Bateman, who is our athletics director in charge of basketball, came over during the commercial break and pointed out to me, Severe's just an assist away from back-to-back double-doubles here to start the season.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. He's got 9 assists tonight to go with 14 points. He had a double dozen on Sunday, 12 points, 12 assists, and that was a career high in the assist category for him. North Georgia with a basketball. They're down to 5 seconds on the shot clock as McIntyre's going to drive into traffic and lose the dribble. He goes to the floor, and the ball does too, and it rolls out of bounds. And that's a turnover for the guys in blue. It'll be the Dogs' ball as we have 11.5 minutes remaining. Fagan will bring it into the front court now on the logo. Pushes it right to Wheeler on the wing. Severe, hook pass on the bounce down low to McMillan. Out of his reach and out of bounds. McMillan, I think, thought he was held. Couldn't get to the ball.
May have been.
There was no whistle on the play.
He got by the defender. Defender may have grabbed just a little shirt there.
Dogs in a 2-3 zone. Leading 65-39. North Georgia with a basketball. High pass. Almost thrown out of bounds. Snyers really had to go up on the near sideline to bring it down. And
how about that shot?
Cottrell with a long three on the far side of the floor, and Georgia trying to run the floor with a long pass up ahead to McMillan, and again out of his reach and over the end line, and we turn it over. Yeah, that was an impressive shot by Cottrell, his second three-pointer of the contest. He's 2 for 8 tonight, all of his attempts from three-point range. Michael Starks checks in for Georgia. Jonathan Ned, Tumani Kamara, Tyron McMillan, and Ty Fagan are 5 on the floor. We got a little bit of size out there with McMillan and Ned at 6'9". North Georgia turns it over. Fagan comes up with a basketball, brings it into the front court with a behind-the-back dribble, slows it down on the right wing. Screen and roll, McMillan. Fagan doesn't go to him, keeps it out on the perimeter to Starks. Back over to Ty. He'll walk it away from the wing and reset with 13 on the shot clock. Starks has it, high left wing to Ned near the sideline. Now top of the key and a drive, McMillan, and he's called for traveling.
The ball fake to the right, and then before it started to his left, but didn't get the ball on the floor.
So the Dogs turn it over for the 14th time in the ball game. We're shooting 55% and leading 65-42. Nighthawks into the front court. They work on the right end of the floor here from our vantage point, down on the opposite end of the floor. McIntyre with a three. Tried to use the glass from the far left corner. Odd angle, and he missed the shot. Dogs rebound up the floor. Starks to Kamara, stripped as he goes into the traffic, into the lane. Nighthawks try to run it out. The Dogs steal it right back with McMillan and Starks. Wasn't that an old Sunday night TV show, McMillan and Starks? No, that was McMillan and Wife. I'm sorry. 65-42 is the score. Dogs with the lead. Kamara trying to back his man down. Top of the key pass goes to Ned for a three. Off the rim, no good. And Big Malden, 6'8", pulls it down for North Georgia. Nighthawks with the ball. Shot fake out of the corner. And a drive along the baseline. And that's going to result in a foul by Michael Starks, as Brady Burnett, 6'5" freshman, gave a shot fake and started to drive and caught Starks a bit flat-footed.
Well, I tell you what, Tom Crean has got so many capable players. I mean, he just shuffles guys in and out, and not much change in production on the floor.
Georgia's new assistant, Steve McLean, coaching up Tyron McMillan as he came out of the ball game as well. There's another foul on the Dogs on that entry pass by North Georgia. Both guys going for the ball, and Garcia called for being a little too aggressive. That's his fourth foul. And he'll check out of the ball game, and we'll get Jackson Eder into the contest, 6'4" sophomore from Woodstock, Georgia. He is the lone walk-on on this roster. 65-42. Dogs lead it, 9:10 to go. Jump shot, 3-ball just to the right of the circle for Schubert, won't go. Rebound to the Dogs. Starks handles the dribble on the right wing to Christian Brown, who's back in between the circles. Back to Starks. He's got his hair pulled back into a floppy bun. They go to Brown down on the block on the baseline, slashing through. No, that was Horn on the far side, and Brown slashing through to get to the ball, and there's a pushing foul on North Georgia. And it's on Frank Champion. Third foul on Champion, the 6'7" freshman forward.
Excuse me, Scott. Christian was doing exactly what Coach Crean likes to see, those cuts to the basket. And he was making one of those cuts when he got pushed.
That's what this guy right in front of us, Ty Fagan, was doing so well on Sunday. 65-42, Dogs with the ball. Christian Brown, right-hand dribble and a drive. Right baseline, gets tangled up with the defender who falls down. That's Roach, and Brown is called for another charge.
Isn't that his third offensive?
He's got 3 fouls, and they're all offensive fouls, yep. Dogs turn it over with that offensive foul. A little bit of pressure in the backcourt now for North Georgia. And it almost results in a turnover as McIntyre.
Now he's got a defensive foul.
He tried to dribble through a triple team for Georgia, and Brown called for the foul, and that was the reach in. And as Chuck pointed out, that's his first defensive foul, and it's also his 4th of the game. 8th team foul on the Dogs. So it's a 1-and-1 now for Blake McIntyre, 5'9", 155-pound sophomore from Buford, Georgia. He was freshman of the year at Reinhardt, an NAIA school in the Appalachian Athletic Conference last year. He made the first free throw. He'll get the second one after a little bit of a delay here. Now the official gives the ball back to the shooter. And that one is good as well. So McIntyre knocks down a pair at the stripe to make it 65-44. Dogs' big lead tonight has been 26. Eder feeds ball to Horn. Middle block, dribbles through the paint, and hooks it up and in from the right side of the lane.
You know what was pretty there is the way he created some space to get that shot off. That was very nicely done.
P.J. Horn now with 7 in the ball game for the Virginia Tech transfer. And offensive foul, North Georgia, called for the charge. Our bench like that, I know that. As Eder took the charge, I guess that's why they liked it. Jackson got in there and got his hands dirty, taking the charge. 67-44, Fagan along the baseline. Reverse lay-in, won't stay in for him. Horn had the rebound, stripped away, lost it on the floor, and then picked up by North Georgia. Here's McIntyre weaving his way left to right into the front court. Burnett out of the right corner. They work it over to Snyers on the baseline. A fadeaway 2 won't go. Rebound Fagan for the Dogs. Wheeler, long pass to Eder. Through his fingertips and out of bounds. He could already see that basket going in on that pass, which was about 30 feet on the run from Severe Wheeler, but Eder unable to hang on to it.
Those are tough to handle. Tough to handle.
Timeout with 7:38 remaining in the ball game. 67-44. It's Dogs over North Georgia tonight here on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Northside Hospital reminds you to stay safe and stay healthy during the pandemic. It's easy to do a few simple things every day. Wash your hands frequently and disinfect hard surfaces in your home. Don't touch your eyes, nose, and mouth with unwashed hands. Always wear a mask in public and wash your hands before and after removing your mask. And if you're in a crowded place, stay at least 6 feet apart from others. For more information and CDC safety guidelines, go to northside.com/COVID-19.
'Twas the holiday season and families felt glee, for they shopped at Kroger, where pickup was free. Sweet spiral ham, a salad so merry, green beans and Brussels, and cakes topped with cherries. May the magic of fresh food never be done. Happy holidays from Kroger, fresh for everyone. Free pickup on orders of $35 or more. Restrictions may apply.
Through December 8th, you can earn 4 times the fuel points on gift cards for holiday shopping. Just download your digital coupon. Restrictions apply. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
To celebrate State Farm's surprisingly great race, we gave this game day jam surprisingly great lyrics.
I saved a lot this year because I called the pro. I am calling State Farm. I gotta make a phone call. We got that coverage here. Protect your car at home. I am calling State Farm. I gotta make a phone call. Just call now. There's a little bit of great race with a little bit of great. Look at my quote now.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hang on a second. I got to fix my mask. All right, 3, 2, 1. Okay, here we go. All right, I don't think I still fixed it. I had to operate on it because the straps broke on it. So then I had to poke a hole and tie knots in it, and it just shortened up the straps. So now it's like pulling my ears to the front of my face. How's that? Is that enough description for you? And complaining about mask wearing?
Well, it's amazing. These are problems we would have never ventured to even dream
you're right about
of
that.
a year ago at this time.
Yes, this time a year ago, I was saying, man, I would love to call a basketball game in a mask. There's a jump shot for 3 by North Georgia, and Snyers misses it, but he's got a teammate around there to get an offensive rebound and a putback to make it 67-46. Dogs with the lead and the ball. Jackson Etter now drives to the right. Scoops it over to Wheeler. Severe works one-on-one. Lost the handle at the free throw line. Fights for the ball. Got it back. Kicks it in the corner. And there's Horn for a 3. There's a Scana Energy three-pointer we've been waiting on from Mr. Horn.
And there's your double-double for Severe.
Yes, 10th assist of the night. He's got 14 and 10 tonight. Back-to-back double-doubles for Severe Wheeler. And Horn with his first three-pointer to put him in double figures tonight with 10 points. 70-46. Dogs bring the ball into the front court to our left. Wheeler drives around a screen. Reverses to Fagan. Looks at the 3. Doesn't take it. Goes to Horn. He will, and he'll convert again. That's 2 in a row for PJ. And it's another Scana Energy three-pointer by PJ Horn.
Well, I had said I thought by the time we got to conference play he'd be stroking the 3. Maybe I meant second half of this game.
He's got 13 now. Back-to-back threes. 6 points added to his tally tonight. Nighthawks miss a 3. Wheeler out of the pack with the ball. Long pass up into the front court. Horn feeds it quickly to Jaquan Walton, who had checked into the ball game. And Walton fouled, trying to lay it up and in. He'll go to the line. Clock stopped with 6:11 on that foul by the Nighthawks. Walton, a 6'7" sophomore from Columbus, Georgia. Last season was perfect from the line in 4 attempts. He had 4 makes. Looking for his first points of the evening here. The right-hander flips it up in and good. Jaquan did not score on Sunday. He was 0 for 2 from the field, so that's his first point of the season for the Dogs.
You know, coming out of high school, he was known as a shooter, a good shooter.
Waiting for North Georgia to make a substitution here. And Jaquan kind of iced at the foul line, waiting for the ball and for his second shot. Now he'll convert. Well, he won't convert. He missed the foul shot, but we got the rebound. And Kamara, with his back to the baseline, arches up somehow and got that thing to go. So we got 2 out of the missed foul shot.
3-point play.
Tumani, yes. 17 points for Kamara. Make it 19 for Kamara now. And a long 3 again by McIntyre is off the mark from the right wing for North Georgia. Dogs running quickly. Wheeler to Tumani. Missed a layup underneath the basket. and knocks the rebound out of bounds. It'll be North Georgia's basketball. Kamara with a career high tonight, 19 points. 5:46 to go in the ball game, and it's 76-46. Dogs by 30. Jacksonville in town on Friday night at 7 o'clock. Dogs and the Dolphins here at Stegman Coliseum. North Georgia attacks down the lane. Little floater off one leg is no good by Schubert, but it's touched up and in by Roach for North Georgia. Offensive foul quickly on the other end for the Dogs. Is that on Garcia? If that is, I think that's his 5th. Yep, that's 5 on Andrew. He just fouled out with a charge. Didn't quite get to double figures tonight after 22 on Sunday, but he was perfect shooting the ball. He was 3 for 3 and finished with 9 points, and he was 3 for 3 from the line, so he didn't miss a shot all night. But he does foul out here with 5:25 to go. 76-48, Georgia. Dogs' big lead was 30 a few seconds ago. UNG had a 3-1 lead in the opening couple of minutes of the ball game when Georgia missed its first 5 shots to start the contest. But then the Dogs breezed by and haven't really looked back since. Georgia settles back into a zone now with Wheeler and Walton, Horn, Kamara, and Josh Taylor, freshman, into the ball game for the first time. Freshman from Norcross. We got a foul on Kamara, push. Double bonus for North Georgia. Number 2 on Tumani. And it'll put Case Roach at the free throw line. 2 shots with the clock stopped at 5:10 here in the second half. 76-48. Roach makes it 76-49 with that free throw. Four points in the ball game for Roach. Now he's got 5. He makes a pair. And Georgia's lead is 26. Wheeler jogs it into the front court, goes to Kamara. Feed it down to Taylor, posted up, took the feed. Beautiful entry pass. Taylor converts on the layup.
You know, he got great inside position, created the space to take the pass and the easy layup.
Now he gets a steal on the defensive end. Dogs running to Kamara. They swipe at the ball. They can't get it. They block his dunk. It goes back to him. He misses another putback. We get the rebound with Walton. He puts it up off the glass. It spins out, and North Georgia rebounds.
My goodness.
We had 3 cracks at it and missed all 3.
That'll be a lid on that thing.
Nighthawks with the basketball. 4.5 minutes to play. Schubert slides to his left, goes into the corner. Drive through the paint, kick out to McIntyre. Open 3. We didn't have a man on him, and he converts. He made us pay for that one. Blake McIntyre with his 3rd 3 of the ball game. And a timeout, North Georgia. And this will turn into a full timeout. They call the 30, but says, hey, we got time, take a full. So we will. 4:21 to go. 78-53, Georgia leading UNG on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
The SEC taught us that there's nothing like game day in Athens. And if you're all about the black and red, there's nothing like having the Georgia Bulldogs Visa check card from Regions in your wallet. As the official bank of the SEC, Regions is here to help you pull for your team with everything you've got. To order your card, visit regions.com/GoDogs. Regions, member FDIC. Terms, conditions, and fees may apply.
The Dogs are heard right here. This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Put on your red and black, grab your foam finger, and get ready to unleash the dogs. Scana Energy is a proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. Every day is a dog day here, so get loud, Georgia. Join Scana Energy as we unleash the savings and cheer our team to glory this basketball season. Call 877-GO-SCANA or visit scanaenergy.com to save.
At At Subway restaurants, deals are delicious. And right now, you can choose from 2 great deals on delicious meals. Get a 6-inch cold cut combo, spicy Italian or Black Forest ham, plus chips in a 20-ounce drink for just $6. Or choose a 6-inch chicken and bacon ranch melt, sweet onion chicken teriyaki, or steak and cheese, plus chips in a 20-ounce drink for just $7. Either way, you get a great deal on a delicious meal. Only at Subway restaurants. Limited time only at participating restaurants. Additional charge for extras plus applicable tax. No additional discounts or coupons may be applied.
Hey, Dog fans, if you need a home loan to fit your team and budget, Rocket can. Rocket Mortgage, proud mortgage partner of Georgia Athletics. And did you know that right now Geico's offering an extra 15% credit on car, motorcycle, and RV policies? That's on top of what Geico could already save you. So what are you waiting for? Visit geico.com to learn more. 78-53 with 4:15 remaining. Dogs in the lead and with possession of the basketball. Here's Wheeler going to drive off the right wing through traffic at the elbow. There's a foul on the play on North Georgia. We'll get the call, and that's on Blake McIntyre. And it'll be 1-1 for Severe Wheeler. That's only the 8th team foul for the Nighthawks. Wheeler on the night, 14 points, 10 rebounds, second straight double-double, or 10 assists, excuse me. Second straight double-double for Georgia's point guard. Missed the foul shot. Taylor got the rebound over defenders, fights to put it back up, misses the putback, gets another offensive rebound. They block his shot, strip it away, and take it.
Man, that's a good-looking freshman.
Yeah, Taylor with some good work down there. Although North Georgia has the ball now. Schubert with a hesitation, then a drive, kick out into the corner. Roach's three is no good. Dogs with the basketball. Wheeler through traffic, through the legs on the dribble. Scoop shot up and in, and a blocking foul on North Georgia. Count the bucket for Severe Wheeler. He'll get a three-point opportunity after the timeout with 3:40 to go. Nice drive by Wheeler as he finished at the rim to make it 80-53. He's got a free throw on the other side of this timeout. Back after this, Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Put on your red and black. Grab your foam finger and get ready to unleash the dogs. Scana Energy is a proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. Every day is a dog day here, so get loud, Georgia. Join Scana Energy as we unleash the savings and cheer our team to glory this basketball season. Call 877-GO-SCANA or visit scanaenergy.com to save.
Every Georgia fan knows that playing at home is an advantage, but when you're ready for a home, the competition can be fierce. A verified approval letter from Rocket Mortgage can help. It tells sellers that your offer is good, helping your bid compete with cash buyers and giving you an edge in the home buying market. So, when your finances need a home field advantage, Rocket can. Get started at rocketmortgage.com. Rocket Mortgage, proud mortgage partner of Georgia Athletics.
A verified approval is based on an underwriter's analysis of your individual financial information appraisal and title report. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender license in all 50 states and MLSConsumerAccess.org number 3030.
The great point guards are rare. They're true leaders with a work ethic that never wavers and a desire to win that's second to none. There's one truck like that, Ford F-150. It's smart, powerful, and never backs down from the toughest jobs. That's why Ford F-Series has been America's best-selling truck 43 years straight. Learn more at buyfordnow.com or visit your local Ford dealer to score a great offer on F-150. Based on 2019 calendar year total sales.
No one gets you closer to SEC sports than Sirius XM. You can tune into SEC radio and shows hosted by Peter Burns, Chris Doring, Aaron Murray, plus get conference news, analysis, and more. From the offseason through the postseason, you're covered anywhere you go, and now you can try them out for free. Get a free trial and take your team with you anywhere you go on your phone, online, and at home. Start listening at SiriusXM.com/SEC. SXM. Severe Wheeler at the free throw line. 3-point play. He converts the foul shot. Checks out of the ball game, and Starks will come in for Wheeler, who leaves with 17 points and 10 assists, his second consecutive double-double to start the season. It's 81-53 Georgia. So Starks is in. with Josh Taylor, a freshman, in the ballgame for the Dogs. Jaquan Walton, P.J. Horn, and Jackson Eder. And North Georgia will turn it over as the Dogs were back in a zone defense. And we're not even seeing Justin Kier tonight. He's sitting this one out with a one-game suspension. But we've seen everybody else on the roster that's available anyway. 81-53, Georgia leads. Dogs ball. Jonathan Ned, 6'9", hands off to Eder. Fires across to Starks on the right wing. Starks to the elbow, gives it back to Eder. He attacks, drives, and layup good! Jackson Eder.
Like he took a page out of Severe's book there. Saw just a little crease and took it right to the glass.
That's his first points as a Georgia Bulldog in his career for the walk-on. Nice moment for Eder. Driving layup attempt by North Georgia is missed by the Nighthawks. Dogs take it away. Starks feeds Walton in this near left corner, and Jaquan, they called him for traveling, or did he step out of bounds?
Stepped out of bounds. Had the 1 foot out of bounds when he caught it. We've seen it before.
Yes, they catch that pass in the corner and start that drive after a shot fake, and that back foot goes out. Oh, we saw it on Sunday. It happened right about the same spot where we are. 3-point try by the Nighthawks won't go. Around the rim and out for Cottrell. Rebound to the Dogs. Starks brings it up diagonally into the front court, curls around at the elbow, feeds Jaquan Walton. He slashes through the lane, settles on the right baseline. Starks comes to help out, and the pass from Walton to Starks is off the palm of his hand and out of bounds. Dogs turn it over. That's 21 turnovers in the ball game for Georgia, yet we lead by 30. In part because they also have 21 turnovers. 2:20 to go in the game. Nighthawks with the basketball. Frank Champion on the right block. Triple team, pivots, shoots it over and scores. Yeah, he shot it over the freshman Taylor and Walton and Ned. He scored against those three guys. You've done some work. Here's Ned off the wing. I'm not sure if that was a bounce pass to Eder or if he had the ball knocked away. Either way, North Georgia ended up with a basketball. Was that an inadvertent whistle? They didn't call a foul, but they blew the whistle to stop the play. It's going to be Nighthawks ball.
That was a catch your breath whistle.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they blew the whistle.
Oh, not either. Oh, we got an injury down there. That's got somebody holding their thumb.
Oh, he lost something on the court. Okay. The head coach gave something to Eric Jones, and he tucked something in his shorts. I'm not sure what that was. Foreign object.
Foreign object, yeah.
Look out. We're going to get Adam on the mic on that one if he pulls out the foreign object. 83-55. Georgia leads.
Another nice
and Eric Jones.
Good play in the paint.
Yeah, he gets in deep and scores near the basket and got fouled to boot. That was on the freshman Taylor, and Jones to the free throw line. Transfer from Emmanuel. 6'6", 210, free throw good. The three-point play is converted. He's got 13 in the ball game. Nope, make it 15. He's their leading scorer tonight. 83-58 with 96 seconds to play. Starks to hand off to Walton, almost ran by the basketball. Fortunately, North Georgia bailed us out with a holding foul. That'll put Jaquan at the free throw line. And both teams shooting two here automatically. Over the limit, if you will, in the double bonus. Jaquan, nice soft touch, just steps up there and knocks it down with the right hand.
He doesn't take a lot of time with it, does he?
He does not.
He puts it on the floor and puts it up there.
3 for 4 from the stripe tonight. Missed that one a little deep. Taylor had the rebound, it looked like. They took it away from him. Frank Champion, a 6'7" freshman, able to take it away from the Georgia freshman. 84-58, minute 23 to go. North Georgia with the ball. They run a lob play towards the rim. They never reached the iron. They knocked the ball into the corner to keep the possession alive. 12 on the shot clock. Penetrate into the lane. Ball is loose again. North Georgia going to keep it and shoot with 6. They left it short. That was Eric Jones from the left side. Barely drew iron. Dogs drive now. Starks through the lane. The runner won't go. Taylor with the follow. Pulled the rim, and they call, what do they call? Basket interference on the Dogs? No, they called a foul on. They called the push on Taylor. I thought they were going to call him for basket interference because he jumped up and pulled down on the rim.
Well, I think
Taylor got called for the foul.
I think his momentum carried into the Nighthawk.
He ended up fouling Jones again, and Jones back to the free throw line for 2 shots with 60 seconds to play here in Athens tonight. Free throw by Jones is good. Jones now with 16 points in the ballgame. And the leading scorer for North Georgia bangs home a couple of foul shots. He's got 17 now. 84-60, 54 seconds to play. Starks dribbles with the left hand, then the right, plays one-on-one against Mikhail Bethea. Now Ned has the ball for the Dogs. Back and forth across the top of the key. Has it knocked away by Frank Champion. North Georgia going to push it up into the front court. Jones goes to the rim, and look at Jackson Etter coming in for the block from behind. My goodness. And Georgia's bench just erupted from that. Everybody just lurching out of our seats. They're all standing now for the play by Jackson Etter. That's the kind of stuff they probably see in practice every day.
Well,
but you don't get to see the walk-on play a whole lot.
Exactly, and that's what they're excited. They're excited for him.
Well, because I'm sure
he's their teammate. It shows you what kind of, camaraderie this team has. They were all excited for Jackson.
Jones with a couple of foul shots for North Georgia. And now the Dogs will bring it into the front court. 32 seconds to go, 24 on the shot clock. So we can't hold for the last shot. Starks with the basketball. He's guarded by Bethea. Gives it up to Taylor. Oh, almost a lazy pass to Starks. That was almost stolen, but Starks got it back, and then we turned it over anyway. On the interior pass to Taylor. North Georgia off and running, left to right. Into the corner, Bethea. Long pass out top of the key between the circles. They go back on the right wing. Here's Jones, jumper. Won't stay in for the 3. Comes out. The Dogs rebound. 2 seconds to go. 1 second. And that's your ball game. As Georgia wins it here tonight, 84-62. It counts on Georgia's side. It will not count for UNG. It counts as an exhibition. So the Nighthawks come in with the same record. Or they leave with the same record they had when they came in the building.
It's like they were
0-0. Yeah. So they lost to Mercer last week. They lose to Georgia tonight. The Dogs are now 2-0 after a 22-point victory, 84-62. Next up for the Dogs, it's Jacksonville. Friday night here at Stegman Coliseum, 7 o'clock for the tip time. We'll be on the air with you at 6:35 here along the network. It's time for our Regions recap here to close out the ball game here in the second half. You can get the Georgia Bulldogs Visa check card from Regions. Visit regions.com/GoDogs to order yours today. Well, Tom Crean emptied out his bench and got everybody in the ball game that was available tonight. Katie Johnson and Justin Kyer were not available. Some nice plays by Jackson Etter, the walk-on down the stretch, and Georgia ended up with 3 players in double figures, led by Tumani Kamara's career best 19, and then Severe Wheeler had a second straight double-double tonight with 17 points and 10 rebounds, or 10 assists. I keep saying rebounds, but he has assists, second straight game,
and Scott,
double figures assists.
I said before the start of this, I was looking for affirmation of how I felt leaving the Coliseum on Sunday after the win over the Rattlers, that this is a pretty good basketball team that Tom Crean has put together here, and I think I got that tonight. You and I were discussing, it's a bench that contributes as much as the starters do, and it's a team that I tell you what, I guess it's a good problem for Tom Crean to have, as to figuring out, when you start to try to condense that bench, who gets playing time.
He played 12 guys tonight. Andrew Garcia fouled out of the contest with about 5 minutes to go. The Dogs committed 24 turnovers. That's one of the negatives of this ball game. I'm sure that'll be addressed, but Georgia wins it comfortably, 84-62. Stay tuned for our post-game coverage brought to you by Regions. Get the Georgia Bulldogs Visa check card from Regions. Visit regions.com/GoDogs to order yours today. We'll get our post-game coverage underway right after this on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Did you hear the news about David Perdue's stock trades?
Outrage now growing over reports that at least 4 U.S. senators dumped millions of dollars worth of stocks just before coronavirus sent the markets into a free fall.
David Perdue bought and sold stock shortly after a private Senate briefing on the virus.
Stock in Pfizer, a pharmaceutical company now developing a coronavirus vaccine.
He bought stock in DuPont, which makes the protective personal equipment.
David Perdue bought and dumped up to $14 million in stock, more trades than any U.S. senator. Worse, while David Perdue was lining his pockets, he told us the virus posed little risk, leaving Georgia unprepared. There's a better choice. John Ossoff leads investigations of corruption for news organizations around the world. He's refusing donations from corporate PACs. And John Ossoff will listen to doctors and scientists to defeat this virus and rebuild our economy.
I'm John Ossoff, candidate for Senate, and I approve this message.
Paid for by John Ossoff for Senate.
This is Georgia Basketball, sponsored by Progressive. Drivers who save with Progressive save over $750 on average.
The SEC taught us that anything is possible, that just when you think you've seen it all, you won't believe what happens next, that comebacks are not the makings of miracles, but are born out of preparation, perspiration, and perseverance. As the official bank of the SEC, at Regions, we take these lessons to heart and strive to bring our best every single day. What has the SEC taught you? Join the conversation with hashtag SEC Lessons. Regions Bank, member FDIC.
At Subway restaurants, deals are delicious. And right now, you can choose from 2 great deals on delicious meals. Get a 6-inch cold cut combo, spicy Italian or Black Forest ham, plus chips and a 20-ounce drink for just $6. Or choose a 6-inch chicken and bacon ranch melt, sweet onion chicken teriyaki, or steak and cheese, plus chips and a 20-ounce drink for just $7. Either way, you get a great deal on a delicious meal. Only at Subway restaurants. Limited time only at participating restaurants. Additional charge for extras, plus applicable tax. No additional discounts or coupons may be applied.
On the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network, welcome to the Locker Room Report, presented by Regions. Regions. Get the Georgia Bulldogs Visa check card from Regions. Visit regions.com/GoDogs to order yours today. Coming up, reaction from the Dogs locker room, stats, and a look again at other games around the SEC and across the country. Now, let's go back courtside.
Welcome back to Stegman Coliseum here for the Regions Locker Room Report, brought to you by Regions, where you can get the Georgia Bulldogs Visa check card. Visit regions.com/GoDogs to order yours today. Georgia a winner, 84-62, and let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Along with Chuck Dowdle, Scott Howard back courtside, Adam Gillespie, our producer-engineer, and Zach Jewell in our Piedmont Healthcare Network studios. And we'll all team up here for our post-game coverage after this Bulldog victory of 22 points over North Georgia. The Nighthawks fall 84-62. How about let's select our IBEW player of the game? And, Chuck, you had a vote early on in the contest. Do you want to stick with that vote?
Well, I got to tell you, Tumani was my leader in the clubhouse early, but a lot of guys played well tonight for Georgia. And, I mean, some guys that, P.J. Horn started to come around, and you saw Jonathan Ned did some good things, the freshman. Taylor did some good things. I thought Starks did a good job tonight when he got a chance. Severe, another double-double.
You're not helping me here.
I know I'm not. Hey, look, it's a tough job.
It's a good problem to have, right?
Yeah, but I tell you, let's go with Tumani. I mean, he really, he was up and down the floor, did a lot of great things offensively, defensively, and his effort tonight was outstanding.
He led the team in scoring tonight with 19 points. That is a career best for the sophomore from Belgium. He was 8 for 18 shooting the basketball, and 2 for 5 on three-pointers. He had 7 rebounds as well. So 19 points and 7 boards for Tumani Kamara. He is our IBEW player of the game. So, this was a game that Georgia
they could have won it by any score they wanted to. That was pretty obvious. But I think that the game, look, this game came together Monday morning. Here we are Wednesday evening playing it. So, listen, our thanks to the University of North Georgia for coming in here and playing an exhibition against us that counted for us.
Yep.
But gave us an opportunity to take steps towards what we want to be at the end of this month.
Well, it probably gave them some good work as well.
Oh, no question.
They get to play a team from a Power 5 conference, and they're not likely to see this kind of competition. They don't have any more exhibition games on their schedule at this point, so their next game won't be until they play in the Peach Belt Conference in January.
Well, it's good for them, but it really, for them to come in here and play us tonight, and it gave Coach Crean an opportunity to get in more work towards what he wants this team to be, and that's the key for us. Now we got to take another step Friday night when Jacksonville's in here, and next Tuesday night on the 8th when Montana comes in. We got to keep progressing. We've got 7 of these games. Let's take full advantage so that when the conference play rolls around at the end of this month, we're ready.
Yeah, it's at least on the schedule as it stands right now, as Chuck pointed out, Jacksonville Friday, and then Montana next Tuesday, the 8th, followed by a couple of Saturday games, Samford on the 12th, and then you've got final exams that week, and then not another game until the 19th. That's when Cincinnati is scheduled to be here, and the non-conference will be closed out on December 22nd against Northeastern. And then on the 30th, you begin SEC play, a home game against Mississippi State. So that's the schedule through the month of December, at least as it stands right now. And as we all know, it could change tomorrow.
You're, as Greg McGarity likes to say, you're only as good as your last COVID test.
Yes, and we were good on ours yesterday, wasn't it? Was it yesterday or today? I forget.
We got tested yesterday for today. And it's good for Friday.
All right, we got 2 for 1. Well, we like that. Georgia a winner tonight, 84-62 over North Georgia. This is our locker room report brought to you by Regions, where you can get a Georgia Bulldogs Visa check card. Visit regions.com/GoDogs to order yours today from Regions. We'll continue and hopefully catch up with head coach Tom Crean here in just a little bit as we roll along. Georgia a winner tonight on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
The SEC taught us that it's easy to love winning, but that the best of the best know where to look for the win, even in losing. Because setbacks are an inevitable part of almost any endeavor, and the hardest lessons are the ones that teach us the most. As the official bank of the SEC, at Regions, we believe every day is a good day to dig deeper. What has the SEC taught you? Join the conversation with #SEC Lessons. Regions Bank. Member FDIC.
Make your first play of the season a smart one. Get a fast and easy sports physical right around the corner from Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens. With 27 locations offering extended hours and most open 7 days a week, you can book online to get in, get out, and get on your way to a championship year. Visit piedmont.org/UGA to schedule a sports physical today. Patient care services provided by Piedmont Healthcare. Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens. One stop to better.
This is Georgia Basketball, sponsored by Progressive's Home Insurance. Get your quote at progressive.com today.
It was the holiday season and families felt glee, for they shopped at Kroger, where pickup was free. Sweet spiral ham, a salad so merry, green beans and Brussels, and cakes topped with cherries. May the magic of fresh food never be done. Happy holidays from Kroger. Fresh for everyone. Free pickup on orders of $35 or more. Restrictions may apply.
Get more ways to save at the Buy 5 or More Save $1 each sale. Just buy 5 or more participating items and save $1 each with card. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Libman makes a difference. The Libman Mop Crew is part of our winning team.
The Libman Mop Crew makes sure the hardwood is clean and safe for players every game at Stegman Coliseum. No matter what kind of flooring you have at your home court, Libman has the tools to keep it clean. Our mops, brooms, and brushes are proudly family-made in the USA. Visit Libman.com to see our whole lineup and for a store locator. That's Libman.com.
The Regions Locker Room Report continues, brought to you by Regions. Get the Georgia Bulldogs Visa check card from Regions and visit regions.com/GoDogs to order yours today. 84-62, the final on the big scoreboard hanging overhead in a emptied-out Stegman Coliseum now.
Doesn't take long to empty it out.
It
now,
doesn't.
does it?
Yeah.
Used to take a long time last year.
Well, they used to have security personnel kind of guard the floor, and after a few moments, they would start to usher people to the doors. That's not an issue. At least it wasn't tonight. But when you only have, when you're only allowing 1,600 people in the building, then it does empty out a lot faster. Let's take a look at our final game stats now, brought to you by Northside Hospital in Atlanta. Surgeons have decades of experience there with routine and complex surgeries. And today, Northside Hospital leads the Southeast in innovative procedures, performing nearly 40,000 robotic surgeries since 2005. Their confidence and compassion await you in Atlanta. Learn more at northside.com. Final stats for the Bulldogs. Let's run down the individual numbers first. Georgia was led by Tumani Kamara, who was our IBEW Player of the Game selection. 19 points. That's a career high for the sophomore from Belgium. 8 of 18 shooting. He also had 7 rebounds tonight. Georgia had 2 other players in double figures. Savir Wheeler, the point guard, with his second consecutive double-double. He had 17 points tonight for the Dogs and add 10 more assists. He set the freshman assist record last year. He might get the sophomore assist record here before the month is out.
Racking them up each year.
Yeah, it's 22 assists in 2 games. That's pretty good.
The little fellow, as we like to call him, is like I said, one of the most entertaining players I've ever seen in a Georgia uniform. He's just fun to watch play.
Wheeler was 6 of 12 tonight. Missed his only 3-point attempt, hit 5 of his 6 free throws, and had 3 rebounds to boot. And the final player in double figures for Georgia was P.J. Horn, who finally hit his first 3-pointers in a Bulldog uniform. He was 2 for 5 on threes, finished with 13 points and 5 of 8 shooting. And let's run down the rest of the scoring for you. From Georgia's perspective, Andrew Garcia fouled out of the ball game, but not before he was perfect shooting tonight. 3 for 3 from the field, 3 for 3 from the line. He had 9 points in this contest tonight. Tyron McMillan finished with 6. There's Jonathan Ned with 7 points for Georgia. And everybody that got in, Chuck, you talked about the number of players that played. Well, everybody that got in contributed and scored points as let's see, I'm looking at Ty Fagan, who had 4 and 7 rebounds tonight. Jackson Etter got his first points as a Bulldog, 2 points. Taylor finished with 2, Starks with 2. Jaquan Walton had a couple. Christian Brown finished with a free throw as his only point tonight. Didn't take any shots. He had 7 rebounds, however. We had 3 guys with 7 boards tonight, but our leader in rebounding was Tyron McMillan, who had 8 rebounds for the Dogs as Georgia dominated the glass tonight, 48-27, out-rebounding North Georgia.
You know what's amazing? Our 2 leading scorers on Sunday, were Garcia and Ty Fagan, correct?
Yes,
okay.
22 and 21.
Yeah, and neither one of them anywhere near being the leading scorers tonight. And yet Georgia with another impressive performance. And that's what's great about this team.
Well, they're showing through 2 games, they've showed a lot of versatility in the roster, certainly. And that was without Justin Kier, who was a regular in the opener on Sunday. Kier sitting out a 1-game suspension tonight. We expect him to be back on Friday against Jacksonville. From a team standpoint, as we continue with the statistics here, Georgia shot 53% for the ball game, 31 of 59. The Dogs 36% on 3-point shots, 5 of 14. The Bulldogs were 74% from the foul line, 17 of 23. 25 turnovers. That's the one number that you don't like. And points off turnovers for Georgia, 19. North Georgia had 20 points off of our turnovers, so the Nighthawks cashed in when they could. But Georgia, as we said, dominated on the boards, 48-27, out-rebounding, and on and on and on it went for the Dogs. 17 assists in the ball game, but you with the 25 turnovers, that kind of negates that number, at least as far as that ratio is concerned. For North Georgia, the Nighthawks shot 33%. They were 20 of 61. They were 30% from the three-point line. They hoisted up 33 three-pointers tonight, hit 10 of them. 92% from the free throw line, 12 of 13 there. And their leading scorer was Eric Jones, the 6'6 sophomore from Kansas City, Missouri. He had 19 points in the ballgame. The only other player in double figures for North Georgia was Blake McIntyre, the 5'9 guard from Buford, and he had 11. So Georgia with a dominating performance, as you would expect against this Division II team, and in this situation, an exhibition for them, but it counts for Georgia. So the Bulldogs are now 2-0, and North Georgia still sitting with a record of 0-0. This is the region's locker room report as we stand by to wait on some comments from Coach Tom Crean here in just a little bit. Our postgame coverage brought to you by Regions, where you can get the Georgia Bulldogs Visa check card. Visit regions.com/GoDogs to order yours today. I'll tell you what, when we come back, you want to go to Zach in the studio? We'll let Zach fill us in on what else is going on in college basketball. Zach Jules in the Piedmont Healthcare Network studios. We'll join him next here on the Regions Locker Room Report on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Across the Northside Hospital system, our surgeons have decades of experience with routine and complex surgeries. Today, Northside leads the Southeast in innovative procedures. Since 2005, we've performed nearly 40,000 robotic surgeries. Our board-certified surgeons are acclaimed for non-invasive techniques. Their confidence and compassion await you at Northside. For complex surgeries, choose the best surgeons. Learn more at northside.com.
You know that Georgia Power offers reliable, affordable energy. But did you also know they have incredible deals on leading smart home and energy efficient products? This Cyber Monday, shop GeorgiaPowerMarketplace.com for their biggest sale of the year on energy efficient and smart home products, including select LEDs for 50 cents per bulb and smart thermostats starting at $49.50 for qualifying Georgia Power customers. Georgia Power, the official energy partner of UGA Athletics.
Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance was created in 1959 to provide financial protection for farmers and rural communities. Over the years, it has grown to protect all Georgians through affordable home, auto, and life insurance, helping Georgia build a strong agriculture industry and keeping the promises we made to our members. Our agents and members stand together for the values that make Georgia special: faith, family, and community. We stand together. We stand for you.
We are a Farm Bureau.
At Community Coffee, we've been making great tasting coffee for over 100 years. But what makes us different isn't just how long we've been around, it's how far we're willing to go in pursuit of the perfect cup. We select only the finest beans and use over 4 generations of family roasting experience to give you the richest, most delicious coffee around. Find Community Coffee at your local grocery store or visit communitycoffee.com to order some today.
McIntyre missed that three. The rebound down to the Dogs. Wheeler has it. Behind the back dribble. One-hand bounce pass. Kamara, one-handed jam. Oh, that was beautiful.
That's today's BMW Ultimate Drive of the Game, driven by BMW. Right now, come in and get exceptional offers on the full line of BMWs. Visit one of your Atlanta area BMW centers today for a test drive. BMW is a proud sponsor of Georgia Athletics. Visit BMWATL.com for great offers. Go Dogs. The Regions Bank Locker Room Report continues now from the Piedmont Healthcare Studios as we take you around the nation with a look at scores and games. We start with the SEC and up in Bubbleville at Mohegan Sun Arena in Connecticut, where Florida took a scare from Army early, even trailing at some points in the second half, but pull away to win 76-69. In College Station, another close game until the home stretch, Texas A&M leading Tarleton 69-58. That one has 90 seconds to go. Then we go to Maui, where Alabama took on Providence. On the loser side of the bracket, they had a few problems with the Friars in the second half. That game just went final. The Tide wins 88-71. More from Maui in just a moment. Two games in the SEC underway with 15:39 to go in the first half. Missouri leading 21st ranked Oregon 11-10, and with 18:38 to go in the first half, Arkansas and UT Arlington are tied at 8. Turning to top 25 action, 23rd ranked Ohio State handled their business against Morehead State. They won 77-44. I promised you another update from Maui, where they crowned a champion earlier this afternoon.
Maybe to the right side, trying to drive. Pass left, does for the hoop, but missed it. Follow slam there. Royce Ham Jr. following the miss, threw it down with authority.
That's Craig Way from Learfield IMG College as Texas wins 69-67 to take their first Maui Invitational title in program history. From Indianapolis in the Jimmy V Classic, we've got a good game in progress right now with 3:22 to go in second half action. Number 11 West Virginia and number 1 Gonzaga are doing battle, with the Zags leading 78-75. One more game of note set to tip off at 10 p.m. Another Jimmy V Classic game as second-ranked Baylor and fifth-ranked Illinois do battle later tonight. That's a check of scores around the nation. We'll step aside and continue the Regions Bank Locker Report after this on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Did you hear the news about David Perdue's stock trades?
Outrage now growing over reports that at least 4 U.S. senators dumped millions of dollars worth of stocks just before coronavirus sent the markets into a free fall.
David Perdue bought and sold stock shortly after a private Senate briefing on the virus.
Stock in Pfizer, a pharmaceutical company now developing a coronavirus vaccine.
He bought stock in DuPont, which makes the protective personal equipment.
David Perdue bought and dumped up to $14 million in stock, more trades than any U.S. senator. Worse, while David Perdue was lining his pockets, he told us the virus posed little risk, leaving Georgia unprepared. There's a better choice. John Ossoff leads investigations of corruption for news organizations around the world. He's refusing donations from corporate PACs. And John Ossoff will listen to doctors and scientists to defeat this virus and rebuild our economy.
I'm John Ossoff, candidate for Senate, and I approve this message.
Paid for by John Ossoff for Senate.
This is Georgia Basketball, sponsored by Progressive. Drivers who save with Progressive save over $750 on average.
If you thought you saw the last of the double cheeseburger pizza from Papa John's, think again, because it's back again. And now they're debuting the sequel as a Papadilla, a quarter pound of beef, zesty burger sauce, and pickles on crispy flatbread crust. Again, one more time. Get a large double cheeseburger pizza for just $12, or a new double cheeseburger Papadilla for $6. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. Again. Not valid with discounts, fees, and taxes. Extra prices may vary.
Progressive presents The Sounds of the Old World. The year is 2019, and someone is waiting for the previews to start in a movie theater.
Hey, you want anything? Popcorn? Soda? No, nothing?
This has been The Sounds of the Old World. Brought to you by Progressive, where drivers can still switch and save like it's 2019.
Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Back here on the Regions Locker Room Report, we should get Coach Tom Crean here momentarily, as we're told he is wrapping up his comments to his team after tonight's 84-62 victory over North Georgia. To see the Bulldogs take a 2-0 start to begin the year, and they'll try to go to 3-0 when Jacksonville comes to town on Friday. So a quick turnaround for the Dogs, another game Friday, and then another one on Tuesday, as Montana is expected to be here at Stegman Coliseum.
Dave McMahon, who does such a great job with stats and things for rivals, and he always sends us, some interesting notes. And this one I found really interesting. Andrew Garcia is now 9 of 11 on field goals in his first 2 games. And if you want to go looking at bench points, which we were talking about the depth of this bench, the bench contributed 37 points against Florida A&M. They contributed 30 tonight. I mean, they're really, going out on the floor and, getting rebounds and scoring and doing all the things. There's not much drop-off, when Coach makes substitutions.
Well, as you were talking, Garcia was perfect tonight, 3 for 3 before he fouled out of the ball game, finished with 9 points. And Coach Tom Crean is now with us from the coaches' locker room. And, Tom, congratulations on another win, 84-62. And you just start with your thoughts on how you saw this one progress.
Well, we were active. I mean, we came out. The biggest thing we wanted to make in a jump from game 1 to game 2 was our pace of play. And we wanted to establish the game defensively. We wanted to establish the game rebounding-wise. You can't come out and establish the game with jump shots. I mean, Brian Fish made a great point today. He said that everybody on our team that's returning is in a much different role than what they were a year ago, and even severe to a degree. You know, when you don't have Ray out there, when you don't have some seniors like Tyree and Jordan Harris, and then certainly when you don't have Anthony Edwards out there. I mean, everything is different. And so establishing where you're at, establishing how you're going to play is one thing, but establishing how you're going to be committed to the things that mean the most, which is the defense, the rebounding, the running of the floor, the unselfish play of cutting, passing the basketball, that takes time, right? And the bottom line for us is we got to control what we can control, which was our defensive effort, our rebounding intensity, our ability to run the floor, and then how well we move the ball and move without it. And I thought we got better. We had 32 deflections at half, which is tremendous. We had 32 for the game on Sunday, and then we had 62 for the game. So plus 19 on the glass, plus 10 on the free throw line. We were in the bonus at the 13:57 mark of the first half. I'd like for us to get in there a little bit quicker in the second half. Tamani Kamara, great example. The other day he missed some jump shots. He probably came out thinking shot more than he was thinking attack. Tonight he's thinking attack. He ends up with 19 points, goes 2 of 5 from the three-point line. Sabir Wheeler, 17 and 10, 5 turnovers. 3 of those turnovers I congratulate him on because he's trying to throw the ball over the top, which is something that we really want to get good at this year. Last year we had no rim running game. I mean, none. And this year we're trying to establish that. So those kind of things are really, really important. But P.J. Horn found his eye tonight. Michael Starks came in and did some good things for us. Andrew Garcia had the foul issues, but he did a nice job for us. And Ty Fagan came back. And even though he only had 4 points, I mean, he was very, very productive. They ran their offense extremely well. They're very well coached. They have shooters. They move the ball. They never panicked. Okay, they made us chase them. And I thought our guys did a good job of mixing defenses, but that was a good team, and our guys stayed pretty solid with it.
Coach, Scott and I were talking about it. I know for you, this is a rich man's problem, but at some point you're going to have to start to try to pair your bench a little.
Well, that happened a little bit tonight, and Chuck, they pair the bench. The players pair the bench. When you don't play as hard, when you're not committed to the process of getting better and busting it defensively and being physical and aggressive and picking things up, then you do that. But tonight we went without Justin Carr because we suspended him. We were going to suspend him for the first game. This ended up being the game that was the first game in the sense of the schedule, after last Wednesday's game.
Right.
We missed him. We really missed him. I mean, he brings a lot to the table. Those things will work itself out. We want to be deep, but at the end of the day, it's really about the confidence that a coach, the confidence that I get comes from how hard we're playing defensively, how active we are. All right, because that activity, we're not big, so we got to be extremely active. We got to be extremely versatile. We got to be extremely mobile, and we've got to bring some lane pressure, whether it's in the form of charges, whether it's rotations, deflections, whatever it is. And then who's going to move without the basketball and be unselfish? And then certainly being able to knock down shots is going to be a big thing. But I don't think it's going to be that hard. I think I like the problem of having a lot of guys to play because we got to bring pressure to the game. But that doesn't mean it's going to be that way. There's no starting lineup right now. I told this team, if I look into the future, if I looked into the future of it, I would say this year could have more starting lineups than I've ever had, as a coach. So I'm not worried about any of that stuff. I'm more locked in right now to who's getting better every day, who's connected with each other, who's building toughness and consistency, so that we can have a very together team on that court and a connected team on that court, and it'll work itself out.
They're fun to watch, Tom. They really are.
Well, they're playing hard, and again, there's just we don't have the size, so it's got to be speed, it's got to be pace, it's got to be aggressiveness, And this was a good game. I mean, they ran their offense. We knew they would. They run 3 or 4 things, and they run it extremely well. But we had some guys do some really good things.
Coach, I wanted to ask you about the turnovers. We had 25 tonight, but the way you described the way we want to play, are you willing to accept more of those turnovers
No,
to play the way you want to?
Not with some of the passes. Severe's, yeah. But Christian Brown, I mean, a couple of times on the charges, I mean, they were waiting on him. I mean, you just got to get your eyes up. When you play with your eyes up, okay, when you predetermine that you're going to make a play or make a move, you rarely ever make it, right? When you're playing and you're playing free, yeah, we tried to force a couple passes. Mike Starks at the end, Jonathan Ned at the end. Those plays aren't there. You know, we don't need John Ned shoveling the pass to somebody in the paint. We need him to go up strong and dunk the ball. That's what we need him to do. So, no, some of those turnovers are ridiculous. And in a different type of game, I'd have pulled them out of there quicker. We're not trying to lead the league in turnovers this year. if you're going to be that guy that's trying to win that mantle, then you're going to be not playing in the game. But Severe, a couple of his, like, again, those won't be there when we really learn to run. We had a couple guys that didn't run hard enough and make the catch. And so I'm applauding Severe on those. And it's more chastising the guys that aren't running hard enough. We've got to have a rim running team, all right? And my best teams have always had rim runners. They've always had really good trailers and wings that got out and played. And the moment you start jogging or running for a three, or the moment you start jogging in the middle of the floor, you're coming out of the game. You're going to have to, because there's too many other guys that can bring something to the table there.
Friday, you'll get probably a step up in competition with Jacksonville coming to town. They won their game tonight, beat Presbyterian, so they come to Athens at 3-0 and Georgia at 2-0. Early thoughts on that ball game?
They can shoot the ball. They've got a couple guys that can really shoot the ball. We'll have to do some different things defensively. That's why tonight was better for us to be able to work on a few of those things that we haven't done as much in practice to get ready for that. But they can shoot the ball. Their point guard really, really looks to move the ball to the shooters. I like their team. They're well coached. I've known those guys from Indiana when they were at IUPUI. I'm sorry, at Indiana, Purdue, Fort Wayne. And they can coach the game. And so that will be a tough test for us. Every game is a tough test for us. Anybody this time of year. You have no idea what to expect. But if you come out with effort and you come out with pace and you come out with unselfishness and moving of the ball, then you got a chance to make things happen. But we're really, really going to have to defend three-point shooting on Friday night.
Coach, before you go, you had some comments yesterday that I thought were so appropriate. Really speaking kind of for so many of us associated with University of Georgia athletics, on the retirement of A.D. Greg McGarity. And I was just wondering how much he has meant to you and to this athletic program.
Well, Mike Mobley told me that he was in the tunnel right before the game, and I wasn't going to go in there because, I mean, you don't want to start the game with tears in your eyes, as I hadn't seen him. And but I did go back in the tunnel. You know, we didn't hug. I think we shoulder bumped, or or forearm bumped, or whatever you do now in 2020. But he's the best I've worked with, Chuck. And I know only got 2+ years. He's the best I've worked with. And I keep these pictures in my phone from when President Moorhead and Greg McGarity came to our house in Florida. And we were making decisions. We'd had some other schools come in. And we were talking, and again, as I've said so many times, once Georgia became once Georgia had an interest, we certainly had an interest, and Greg McGarity was a big part of that. And then when President Moorhead and Greg McGarity came in, because that was going to be the bottom line to me. It wasn't about the beauty of the campus. It wasn't about the league. It wasn't about tradition. It was about the support you get and be in lockstep with your president and your athletic director. And I could feel that. My wife could feel that. And we definitely felt that. And we felt that the 2+ years. To have somebody that's as invested and as involved as President Moorhead is huge, absolutely huge. But to have somebody that had the trust and respect of so many, and Greg McGarity, that just absolutely makes you feel more confident. And he's got wisdom. He's got guidance capabilities. He knows it in the sense of he knows this business, he knows this game, but he knows people. And a lot of times a people person gets overused and under-explained. Greg McGarity is a people person. He cares about his coaches. He cares about the people on his staff. He put together an incredible staff. This is as good a staff as I've been with that's here. That's why it's in good hands with Josh and Doris and Will and Stephanie and John Bateman and Matt Borman, all the people that are there, and I'm not trying to miss anybody, but Greg is a leader. He is a person that cares, and he has given me confidence in these 2 years of being in a different part of the country than I was used to being in, and different league and all those types of things, and you knew you worked with him. And I think that's why it's tough. I mean, it's not. I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh boy, this is so great. No, I'm gonna miss him. I mean, I know what's best for him, and he deserves it, and he deserves to do what he wants to do. But I'm gonna miss him. I mean, and I think a lot of people are. But I know this: he and President Moorhead have done a great job of putting this athletic department into a place with huge respect and people that know what they're doing. And I don't think he'd have left if he didn't feel like that was in a good place.
Yeah, I totally agree with you.
I've absolutely loved working with him. I really, I've loved it and loved it. And I hoped I would and thought I would, but until you get in it, you don't truly know. And there's no doubt in the 2+ years we truly know.
Tom, we appreciate those comments, sure. And we're certainly glad that Greg and President Moorhead brought you here and doing what you can do, and we're looking forward to seeing what's going to happen the rest of this year. Certainly after tonight's win, 84-62 over North Georgia, we look forward to tomorrow and beyond. So thanks for your time.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Go Dogs, and thanks to everybody that was here. It's very, very appreciated that people are coming out like this.
Coach Tom Crean with us from the coaches' locker room. Thanks very much. The Dogs winners tonight, now 2-0. 84-62 is our final. Chuck and Adam and I are going to get out of here and turn it over to Zach Jewell to close out our broadcast tonight. He's in the Piedmont Healthcare Network studios, and he'll continue with the Region's Locker Room Report right after this on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Did you hear the news about David Perdue's stock trades?
Outrage now growing over reports that at least 4 U.S. senators dumped millions of dollars worth of stocks just before coronavirus sent the markets into a free fall.
David Perdue bought and sold stock shortly after a private Senate briefing on the virus.
Stock in Pfizer, a pharmaceutical company now developing a coronavirus vaccine.
He bought stock in DuPont, which makes the protective personal equipment.
David Perdue bought and dumped up to $14 million in stock, more trades than any U.S. senator. Worse, while David Perdue was lining his pockets, he told us the virus posed little risk, leaving Georgia unprepared. There's a better choice. John Ossoff leads investigations of corruption for news organizations around the world. He's refusing donations from corporate PACs. And John Ossoff will listen to doctors and scientists to defeat this virus and rebuild our economy.
I'm John Ossoff, candidate for Senate, and I approve this message.
Paid for by John Ossoff for Senate.
This is Georgia Basketball, sponsored by Progressive's Home Insurance. Get your quote at progressive.com today.
Ugh, I have to do laundry when I get home. I have to lug all my clothes over to the washing machine. Then I get to put them in the dryer and accidentally shrink my cashmere sweater again.
Motorcycles make everything exciting. And when Geico makes it easy to switch and save on motorcycle insurance, it's even more exciting.
I'm gonna fold all my socks into little balls! Yeah!
Geico Motorcycle. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Libman makes a difference. The Libman Mop Crew is part of our winning team. The Libman Mop Crew makes sure the hardwood is clean and safe for players every game at Stegman Coliseum. No matter what kind of flooring you have at your home court, Libman has the tools to keep it clean. Our mops, brooms, and brushes are proudly family-made in the USA. Visit Libman.com to see our whole lineup and for a store locator. That's Libman.com.
Dogs moved to 2-0 on the season tonight behind a second straight double-double from Severe Wheeler and a game-high 19 points from Tumani Kumara. It's time now to look ahead for the Bulldogs as we close out the Region's Bank Locker Report from the Piedmont Healthcare Studios. I'm Zach Jewell. We're back on the air with Dogs basketball the Friday night at 6:35 when Jacksonville comes to Stegman. But we've also got plenty of football coverage over the next 72 hours, starting with 2 hours of Bulldogs Live tomorrow night. That begins at 7:06 across the network, and a full day of Dogs football coverage starting at noon on Saturday before the Dogs and the Commodores of Vanderbilt kick off between the hedges over at Sanford Stadium. That is at 4 o'clock. Again, our final from Stegman tonight, Dogs 84, Nighthawks 62 as the Dogs move to 2-0 on the season. That's going to do it for our broadcast tonight. For producer-engineer Adam Gillespie, play-by-play and analysis of Scott Howard and Chuck Dowdle from the Piedmont Healthcare Studios, I'm Zach Jewell saying good night and go Dogs.
On the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network, you've been listening to the Locker Room Report, presented by Regions. Today's coverage has been brought to you by Regions. Get the Georgia Bulldogs Visa check card from Regions. Visit regions.com/GoDogs to order yours today. The preceding has been a presentation of the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network, powered by Learfield IMG College and JMI Sports.
And go wire to wire to win the SEC tournament.